The last session we had was about 3 weeks ago, but did we
Mhm.
start with the camps before the fight at this monastery? Like 3 camps around it, or was that
That was already done.
it
The
was
three.
split up into 2 separate sessions? Okay, so I mean, realistically, this last session was a pretty big fight. We learned pretty early through scouting, what was in the monastery and stuff. So we kind of tried to prepare. We had split up. We had made plans to, lock a door. We had plans to have the dragon come and help us. We had a lot of things set up. Um, a lot of the things actually worked quite well. The dragon and the soldiers worked together to create a very good plan to clear a lot of enemies from the left side of the monastery, or the east side. We learned that the enemies had like an illusion spell when we were fighting them, so that was dispelled. We learned that there was a sorcerer who still ended up escaping
Mm.
our clutches, and I know that we are very interested.
Polymorph
He
the whole
also,
time.
Mhm.
yes, he was polymorphed as a scorpion, a giant scorpion. He also took the I forget what kind of like class and what he
His
was or
name
what
was
his
the
name
Dawn
was.
Frightener,
Yeah, the Dawn Frightener
who
was
was pretty
He's very
much he
funny.
was out of commission like all fight because of the mass suggestion, but
yeah, the mass
he hit hard.
suggestion. Who's telling the story?
You didn't know the name. I was telling. Go ahead, keep
I'm
going.
sorry, maybe that. Go on.
Oh my god.
Is that supposed to be fidget panicking?
It's from Encanto. They're like telling a story in the movie, and then one of the characters says something, and the wife is like, "Who's telling the story? Is it you or me?" And he like sings like, "Sorry, me da, go on."
Guy, go on.
Yeah, the mass suggestion definitely tipped the scales of the fight into our favor pretty heavily. Good job,
Mhm.
VO. Um, the devils that were with them, the chain devils, were also just chilling in the corner, waiting for the or the god of death to obliterate them.
The Lord of Death.
Hey.
But we were victorious in the end. We were able to save the monastery. Everybody was able to come through without perishing, including Janus. And I believe that Kara is going to be working towards repairing anything and seeing to it that the monastery doesn't fall into the wrong hands again.
Yeah,
They're all
two
kind of.
two last things. With Blackjack, we did finally figure out how to completely kill her because she was coming back. That was the one thing I think you missed him when you
Oh, yeah, yeah.
left. Yeah,
Oh,
there was some like magical. I
bad.
forgot the whole story behind it, but there was like some magical vengeance thing that kept bringing her and that other guy back.
Yeah, they were reborn through their intense vengeance, and I believe you learned that they had the ability to know the direction and distance of their quarries. So Blackjack knew where Kara was the whole time.
Yep.
Other guy knew where Nell was the whole time.
So either way, they were going to know when we were attacking. It like didn't matter that I walked into the the front early. They would have known. And
I
then
totally forgot it was another size.
Kara welcomed Asta to the group. So put
Martin,
like
I like
above
that
the
tapestry.
top, like Asta's joined the coven.
Huh?
I like that tapestry. Is it a
Thank
planet?
you. It's Tame Impala, their album cover.
Oh, I love them.
Mm.
Hmm
I,
I saw them a few
I
weeks
didn't know
ago.
it as well. Is it like a flaming ball?
I finally
It's
have some of my art
it's
up.
it's like their album
Oh.
artwork for one of their albums. It's like a
I don't know
little.
if you can see it.
Oh, cute.
Yes, he is
It's on the
cute.
doorway.
Hey, so
Oh,
less I
yeah.
know, the better, right?
Yeah, it's from that album.
Well, to get back to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Instead of this episode starting with the fade out to the monastery, the black fades to the tower.
The tar.
It was one night ago that, 1 or 2 nights ago, that Agatha received a vision of Suit kind of floating there spectrally
Oh.
and saying goodbye. And then soon after, we saw Agatha go to the river and speak to All Hydra, where All Hydra said that she needed to be freed, she was becoming impatient, and there was somebody in Communimo that had arrived to, as another follower of All Hydra, to help her and give her information. So what is Agatha doing?
Okay, I need to get back on for this.
Oh yeah, get your creepy music ready.
Oh god.
He like threw his hoodie on in like response to I'm playing Agatha now.
So, Agatha has been mourning and planning her journey. So the first thing she's going to do is try to find Winona if she's still at the tower.
So currently at the tower, it's the same time that it is at the monastery, so it is nighttime, around 9 o'clock at the tower. Maybe y'all are kind of getting ready for bed or having drinks before bed, kind of thing. I assume that's what Winona would be doing. Unless you have another idea, huh?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. I was pulling up a song to
What
play
is
for a moment.
Winona doing at the tower?
What time is it roughly?
9.
It's 9 at
PM?
night. It's like this 9. It's like the same time as we're going to attack the monastery. Hunter just said it. That's why he's like
I was so focused on finding the song for that news that I was going to get right now.
Him's brain was really like beep.
So, I'm pretty sure that she would just be like... I'm pretty sure she would just be like drinking and hanging out with the goblins, like just kind of like being social with them, like trying to like gamble with them, teaching them like gambling stuff.
Most of the time, basically while playing, to give like a brief synopsis of how that's going. You've been trying to teach them for a couple days between your visits with the hag, and they still haven't been able to win against you without you letting them win, or like basically like making it so they win. But yeah, they get excited when they win. Very excited. I guess Agatha
Does Winona
walking
look
out of the tower, looking for Winona, and you just hear goblins. Yeah! Yeah! From the forest.
When you hear Winona like, oh!
So
Santa?
are they in the tower, or is this like has Agatha had to like walk out?
They're at the outside of the tower, kind of in the tree line where they set up some tables, some
Okay.
stump tables.
Okay, so Agatha's kind of dressed for a journey. She's got a very billowy black cape with a hood on, and she's walking up to the group with like a lantern. She's like, Winona, is that you? Can I borrow you for a moment, little dove?
Oh, well, sure, dear. I have to really think about how I sound for a second.
Just like surprise him.
So I'll like set down my cards, revealing to the goblins that I had the better hand the whole time, and I'll be like, "Excuse me, dears," and I'll walk away.
They keep cheering, not quite realizing. They still don't know what a better hand is, so they're just looking at your cards like, ooh!
I'm dead.
Don't eat the cards.
I need to get Theo back to his babies. Right, so
Are you going somewhere, darling?
well, I've recently had some news. I've been keeping to myself to try to process it. I'm not always the best at reaching out to others so long as I travel solo, but I have reason to believe that my dear little Zoot is no longer with us.
What?
I don't know exactly what happened. I wasn't able to get any kind of answer from Mother Ol Hydra. She didn't seem very... Anyway. She's told me that in order to complete the next stage of my journey, there's someone I need to find, but in the best of places right now, my dear, and I wondered if you'd accompany me for a walk. I don't think it's far.
So you mean to tell me that you're gonna tell me that Zoot's no longer with us and then ask me to do you a favor? Are we
Well,
God.
are we not gonna wait for the others? Are we not gonna have a funeral? You're just going to leave just like that?
I'm not leaving forever. There's just something I need to do. And if it means it helps me get the power to get vengeance for my dear little dog, then, well, these
And
things really can't wait.
and there's nothing I can do to persuade you just to wait like maybe another day or two.
I think another point here for I'm not sure how Agatha would interpret it, but it it was somewhat vague when All Hydra was saying it, so it's the real idea you have currently is there is this job, you already are aware that you have to do this at some point. But she said there's somebody here that's supposed to help you get there and give more information. Um, Obviously, she had she gave you the idea that it was important to do quickly, but it was also more like somebody's waiting for you. It's not like I don't know how to say it.
Like she has
I don't know if
time. If
I don't know if there's enough information that you have right now to know that you're immediately going to be leaving. I don't know if you have that much information. Maybe that's your assumption, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Agatha's going to be... Well, Mother Hydra tells me there's someone waiting for me that could give me more information, so I'm not going to be setting off on whatever it is she wants me to do, but I wanted to go and see who this person is. I'm sure we can get there and get back Spit Spot.
well,
And
perhaps I understand, but perhaps we could ask the others because I know that at least Devil Boy, Andraste, and Kara, they they've been around here for a while. Maybe they'll know somebody who could help us or help
well,
you.
well, yes, of course, I'll involve them in whatever the next step is, but for now, all I need to do is speak to this person, and I just didn't want to go alone, but I don't want to risk missing them.
So like kind of rethinking about Zoot, Winona's gonna kind of get like a little emotional. She'll be like, "All right, my dear. Well, I wish you luck, and I'm gonna start setting up a little area over here." And she'll hug you, and she'll start to walk away.
Okay, she's gonna. Agatha will just kind of link her arm with Winona's. Well, remember, dear, that little favor that you owe me from that bit of information about the Feywild. I had hoped you'd simply come as a friend, but
Fucking
I really don't want to, in my grief, travel to see this person alone. Besides, two beautiful ladies going for a little stroll down to the coast. One could be more than nice than that.
All right. I have no quarrel with coming with you. Just give me one quick moment, would you, dear?
Of
And I will
course.
run off to the tower really quickly.
He
And
just
once I
leaves.
get inside, I'm gonna write a big ass fucking note detailing the conversation that I just had and leaving it on the library desk. And then I'll come back and rejoin. Um, all right, dear, I'm ready. How are you? All set? I grabbed my coat and everything to get all snuggled.
Right. Yes, I'm ready, and you struck me as a very worldly girl, and not just that, it's very rare I get to speak to another one from two worlds such as myself.
Well, yeah, and I did just recently learn too that I think my family is after me.
My goodness. Well, you must let me know if there's anything I can do. Personally, mine left me at the orphanage, and that was that. I've never been able to find out more, but my life since then, well, it certainly made this happenstance with Zoot hit a bit harder. What would have happened to my daughter?
Happenstance.
Actually, I don't think Winona knows that was her family yet.
Um,
So,
you had questions about it because they did have the same last name as you.
oh,
Uh,
that's right. That's right. Okay.
so you're not you think they're your family, but you don't know how or why or what that means necessarily. Other than they seem to not like you.
Okay. All right. So we going to Kumamono. Do you have any idea where to go?
I believe it's down by the coast. We need to head. I don't think the beach is very big. I don't think we can miss this person. And on the way, we can get to know
Oh,
each other a little better.
I remember that beach, I think. Is that what the sewer entrance was? Out of game,
Well,
I'm sorry, guys.
there is a beach there, but there's also a
Oh,
port in Kominima where multiple ships come in and dock. They have some trade coming from. Um, Kominima is kind of on the coast of the human country, facing Aranade, the elven country, and probably has like the second closest city on the coast, closest to the halfling country to get any sea trade from them as well. So they do a lot of trade going through, so they could be in the port, you think.
okay.
30-minute walk to an hour as y'all walk through the forest towards Kominuma. Kind of walking down, you you can both make a perception check.
Okay. Um. Right.
Both of us?
Perception. Oh
Yes.
God. What's
Oh,
Agatha's perception?
so fucking mad. I didn't
Uh,
even play the fucking song.
I'm
okay.
fucking.
That one, she's crying. That makes sense because on the journey, I want Agatha to kind of tell Winona a little bit of her backstory, which we can roleplay if you want
Oh yeah.
to. Okay. So yeah, while they're walking, Agatha's going to say, "Well, uh, as I said, you seem like a worldly girl, so I feel like I can tell you a little bit of why this has hit me so much more than just a compatriot dying. I'd come to see Little Zoot almost as a daughter. She reminded me so much of my little Lenore, my daughter I have, had, have.
Have had? Lenore, you said her name was?
Yes.
How did she die?
Well, this is the thing, it's much more complicated than that. I won't bore you with the details of my marriage. Let's just say that people didn't take too kindly to the local lordling being married to a witch who helped them on multiple occasions. Anyway,
I think
there
that's
was
been a. Never mind. Continue, my dear.
the most beautiful thing to come out of that marriage of mine was this beautiful, sparkling little girl. And people always say that people like us, the divine, inevitably pass things on in our genes, but there was so little of my hardness in her. She was just good. What I did, however, manage to pass on is the pox that almost claimed me as a child. Old Hydra was able to cure me, but my little girl, obviously being too young to sign a contract, it was more difficult with her. So, I was told that if I gave her over into the care of the lords and ladies beneath the waves, that they would try to figure out a way to cure her and keep her in a sort of sleep, an ageless sleep. while they figured that out, but that was many years ago. And I've given up hope many years since.
So let me get this right. You don't worship Al-Hydra because you're just a believer. You're worshiping her because you owe her not just your life, but your daughter's.
Absolutely. She's the mother I never had. As Lord Dagon is the father I never had. And Umberly, the incorrigible younger aunt I never had.
How could I argue with a point like that? Well, I think we should find this person in Kumamuno. How long has it been since you've given your daughter up?
Oh, I lost count. It's many years ago now. Anyway, it's very unlike me to be this open. Tell me about yourself. You're having some problem with your family or something.
Or something.
I mean, yeah, it was rather strange. We were at that ball, and suddenly we were attacked, and I was on a stroll outside, and these guests who had my same last name started coming after me. They were like I was humming or something. That's Scottish for like smelling bad.
My goodness.
Um,
You were attacked by your very blood.
I suppose it seems like it, but I was afraid my bum's with the windy with that one. I thought I sounded crazy.
You're... Oh! Well, only further evidence. Oh, there really is something wrong with this world that we live in. Parents turning on their children. Butchers killing innocent little girls like Zoot. Further evidence. I'm sure you'll agree that it's time for us to change the way things are.
Shut off! Shut it off! Stop that!
Stop that.
Anyway, things to mull over. Let's see where this contact of mine is.
Okay. Winona's just like, hold on,
As y'all
hold on.
are having this conversation and walking into Kominimo, you're kind of walking down the hill of the tree line into the city. And Winona, you can see on the horizon over all of the buildings. Come to Kominimo a lot, so you're kind of used to this sight. And sticking out abnormally is a very tall, dark wood masts with very dark green sails hanging on them.
I don't like that. There's a pirate ship. I'll gesture towards it, and do you think they came on that boat there?
Well, my affairs tend to be with the waves, so it's a reasonable assumption, dear. Shall we?
Sure, as long as I. Never mind. We walk forward.
You walk through the city, the town. At one point, some of the older men that play cards at Lavis's bar kind of see you walking past. They're like, "Oh, no, nah, come play a game with us. We just got our paychecks."
Oh my god.
Can't right now, loves. Perhaps in a bit. Dinner fast yourself.
Yo, Swan. Yeah. Continue.
Gentlemen, do come by the tavern. Come by the castle. There's always things to do there.
What?
Y'all walk closer to the port, um, where, among many other smaller sailing ships, some crates and barrels being unloaded. But getting a closer look at this ship, again, very dark, all made with a very dark, almost black wood. These sails are a dark green, and now that y'all are getting closer, you can kind of see moss hanging along the sides and barnacles all over the bottom under the water. Um, and many of the rope nets that are climbing up separate sides of the ship are kind of frayed and torn in places. A lot of the other workers in this port, as y'all are walking past, are kind of ogling this ship and kind of whispering to each other. As y'all walk down the main pier, heading out to the ship, a orc holding a clipboard, kind of walking away from the ramp of the ship, just and he's kind of marking down multiple things on his paper as he's grumbling.
Um, okay, so I guess Agatha's gonna approach him. Hello, my good fellow. Could you tell me the name of this illustrious vessel?
It's the Thalestrum, is what I was told. I think spelled like that. And he points to it. Thalestrum. And also, as you're closer, you can see the flag hoisted at the top of the crow nest. It has an image of a kind of like it's kind of like a hurricane kind of swirl pattern, but in the middle there's an eye, like a seeing eye, not the letter I.
I think I know what that is. Um, okay. Um, and do you know what business they have here in Kamanuma?
Uh, Said they were on a quest or something. It's kind of annoying. Usually, kind of lock down these piers, these specific piers for certain trading ships, and they apparently just came on thinking they could do whatever because great quest.
Very good, my good man. Blessings of the crushing waves upon you. Her eyes glow green for a second, and she walks towards the ship.
As he walks away back towards the warehouse, he says, "Oh, not that again." Um, so at the end of this pier, as you're walking forward, um, you see a man leaning against the old wooden rail on the side of the ship. He is wearing kind of black draping cloaks over a flowy dark green shirt and some brown pants. A leather brown tricorn tops his head with a brooch kind of made of coral and a pearl affixed to the front of it.
Is this leather?
He's looking kind of as you're walking up, he's just looking directly at you, making eye contact, and you see these just solid black eyes looking at you. There's no white in the eyes. And a smirk that reveals some pointed brown teeth on one side of his mouth. The firelight of the torches that are lining the pier kind of flicker against his skin, and you can see just a very slight reflection of green scales. As you kind of walk to the edge of the pier towards the bridge, he stands at attention at the top of the ramp and holds out his hand down to you, Agatha. He says, "Agatha Marchwood, I welcome you to the Thalestrom."
Agatha kind of like holds out her arm, palm down, and the water tentacle that she uses is kind of like coiled round it.
Do you?
Uh,
I'm very
Because
hesitant.
he's at the top of a ramp, and you're at the bottom of the ramp, so he's kind of holding you out to help you come
oh,
up.
okay. So yeah, she takes his hand.
Yeah.
Um, Why don't I introduce my little walking companion, Winona? Don't believe I know your surname, dear.
Winona Marchwood.
What?
I'm fucking dead.
Dad.
You are related.
Well, I didn't realize you felt quite so close to me, dear, but that's novel. Shall we? What's your business with me, my good
He
sir?
bows as you step onto the actual ship. The name is Captain Sarko Najilo. Perhaps if you accompany me to the captain's quarters, I may pass along Mother's message. Maybe offer any wine, ale, dried fish.
Well, a warm welcome for once. I'd say all of the above. Don't you agree, sis?
Yeah, it's quite nice. Do you happen to have a spot of tea?
We might have something. And you see there are other people on the boat kind of walking around, tying ropes, moving crates, preparing things before journeys. And he snaps his fingers, and one of them kind of walks over. Get some beverages for us, and look for the tea on the bottom deck. We might still have that. And the man just kind of nods and then walks towards the bottom deck. Captain Sarko begins to walk towards the back of the ship, where his quarters are. As he gets to the door, join me in here. We'll have drinks soon, and Winona, the tea will be brought to you.
Thank you, dear.
He gestures for Agatha to follow him inside.
Okay. Agatha's gonna go in and kind of like lower her hood and make herself comfortable on a chair.
He looks to Winona and he says, "This message is for followers, devoted worshippers of All Hydra only. All Hydra and the Triad, I mean." And he asks you to wait outside.
Oh dear, didn't you know that I have been following Al Hydra for years? They wouldn't mind if I just sat in on this meeting. I'm sure you could see past them this one time.
Make a deception check.
Oh!
Agatha raises an eyebrow.
I got a natural one!
Oh my god.
But wait, my deception is a plus 14, so I
Oh
got a
my
15!
god.
Yeah, but I think it's a nat fail. It's a fail because you rolled a 1.
He narrows his eyes. Yes, well, I haven't heard of you, and this message is for Agatha. So if you'll just wait outside, it'll just take a moment.
If you rolled a 2, it would have been better.
Yes, thank you.
He,
So sorry,
I
dear.
will-
I'll be out as quick as I can.
My nosy ass is getting in there. I'm gonna cast Mislead and fucking bum rush that fucking shit.
Oh!
And try and like,
close the door as Agatha said that.
fuck!
He was already closing the door as he was saying, "Sorry, but no." You, as you're seated, you see I'm sending a picture to the Dungeons and Dragons channel, pictures channel of his quarters, kind of the vibe. Although it's much more cool colors than this. This is very warm toned, but his captain's quarters is more cool toned. He takes a seat at the other side of his desk. So, I am from the Lasian Sea. Have you heard of it?
I believe so.
Thanks.
Yes, I have. I received a message from Ohio which instructed me to come to this material plane. So I sailed over from Elysium, found a portal, got here. She has instructed me that in the plane of water, one of 3 seals holds her in a demi-plane prison. So, her mission for us is to go break one of these seals. Just to start the job.
Of course. And once the seal is broken, then Mother will do what?
She will wait until we are able to find the other 2 seals and break them as well.
And then, I'm sure you see what I'm getting at. Do you know what her ultimate plan is? I'm not privy to this just yet.
Her along with Dagon, who also need to be freed, will join Umberly and Elysium, and then we will travel here, and we will reclaim the coast as we once did. And, I'm sure as the water level rises, we'll be able to claim a bit more.
Oh God, I knew it.
She's told me you were special, and I mean, I hope you don't mind my surprise with who I see.
Oh.
Just not what I was expecting.
Oof.
Agatha's gonna kind of like flick her wrist casually, and the tentacle's gonna curl up his leg. It's like, would you care to explain what precisely you were expecting, my dear?
Well, coming from a plane like Elysium, filled with talking sea creatures and Titan-like people, the material plane just bores me in a way. But I'm sure this task will be very fun.
So you and I will be sailing to these places together. Is that the gist?
Yes, it would take us just an hour to prepare the ship to leave, so whenever you give me the note, we will begin preparing and sail off. To my understanding, there is a connection between planes to the southwest, out in the middle of the sea. Typically, according to Hydra, storms block the way of any ships that head that direction, but, we are granted different accesses, different privileges that normal sailors do not have.
Storms are my specialty, dear. Very well. My compatriots will be joining me back at the tower shortly. I'll see if I can round up some support. I'm curious, what has Mother told you of me? Has she mentioned anything of my daughter?
That is... I did wonder. There was one last thing. She wanted to show me... She wanted me to show you, I should say. And he directs your vision to the side of the room where there's a vanity dresser and a little mirror above it. Not a little one, it's like, a nice oval size. And as he waves his hand, the surface of the mirror ripples like water. And inside of it, you can see an image of a girl that looks very similar to you, but it's not you. Floating on her back in water. There seems to be a kind of glowing light coming up from the water under her, and her hair is just kind of flowing with the waves and current, but her eyes are closed as she floats there steadily.
Agatha
Does
does all
this
that
mean anything to you?
Agatha does all that she can to kind of fight back tears. Reassuring.
Yes.
I believe I must retire after that to prepare.
Well, I will let you know that if any of these friends you would like to bring along, get in the way of Hydra's mission, or perhaps bother me a bit too much, it will not go down well. I do not handle that behavior well.
My dear.
And I'm sure Hydra wouldn't handle it particularly well.
Of course.
Sorry.
My dear, I'd advise you not to worry about that. You're the, ferryman, messenger of this mission. As the goddess of the seas, I trust that I have things under control.
That is what Hydra tells me. Yes.
Well, at the very least, I can keep them informed. It doesn't hurt to have parties on our side. On the morrow, then.
Yes. Be seeing you. And he kind of does a quick flourish of his hand where he holds his hand up and it's open, and he quickly closes it into a fist, and the image of the scroll disappears in the mirror.
Okay. Agatha just kind of wordlessly touches the mirror, sadly, and then nods at the man and heads towards the door.
Oh, and don't forget to grab that wine on the way out before you leave.
Most generous. Well then,
He stands
to your
up
health.
and bows again as you leave.
Okay. Agatha does a quick curtsy and walks out with a bottle of wine and looks around for Winona.
Tea has been brought to Winona. This sailor is also holding a small cup of wine for you, perhaps leaning against the stairs outside. And then you can make both of y'all make another perception check again. I just saw that on this.
I got a 20.
What is the matter with her?
She is out of it today. This is not her day. This makes
Seeing
sense.
what she has seen recently, that you may be a little still thrown for a loop. But Winona, as you're walking up, just kind of bored and waiting for anything to happen, you're keeping a more observant eye. And as this sailor walks up to you, holding a cup of wine in one hand and a cup of tea steeping in one hand, you look at him, make eye contact with him, and his eyes are glassed over.
I fucking do it.
And he's just holding it, waiting for you to take it. And then Agatha walks out.
The fuck?
Whoa.
Well, so sorry to keep you waiting, my dear. I hope you weren't too bored. Oh, I see you got your tea. Adorable.
Agatha, look at this sailor right here. What's wrong with his eyes?
You see him holding up the wine cup for you, and now noticing the eyes are kind of glassed over. They're a little cloudy on the inside.
This poor man is not here on his own behalf.
Would Agatha kind of know what's been done to him?
You could do. Both of you could either do an Arcana or a Insight, maybe.
That one's off the table. Okay.
Insight?
Oh my god.
Her ears are hot hearing the word insight.
I got a 16.
What was the 10 on and what was the 16 on? What did y'all roll?
Oh, insight.
Insight for you.
Arcana.
Okay. Arcana, especially having some knowledge of charm spells, as any bard would. This doesn't look like a charm effect. it doesn't usually kind of just glaze them over entirely like this. They usually have some semblance of like themselves there. This just seems like uh, a golem or like a robot. Just kind of more of that vibe. You're not sure what would be causing it.
Okay, so maybe this isn't actually a person.
Still, I'm just waiting for you to take the wine. I'm not responding to anything being said.
Um, I've changed my mind on the drinks. Thank you so much. Are you ready, dear?
Yes. Well, and she links arms with Winona again, and turns back to this golem guy. Thank you very much.
Oh my.
Yes.
Thank you!
After taking the drink back, he nods and just begins walking back towards where he had gotten them from.
Um, as we walk along the dock, I'll pick up the card that I had dropped.
Well, I'm sure you will discuss that. And there will be more to discuss as the group returns, but now we will return back to the monastery.
Whoa, this is some crazy
Okay,
shit!
wait. I had a question for her.
Yeah, you can do that real quick.
Okay. Now, dear, I have a question for you. Now that that favor's done, um, what was going on in that room in there? I'm gonna need to know, dearie.
All right. Well, the long and short of it is, our Hydra has helped me time and again. She's helped all of us, in fact, in the battles I've helped you with. So now she needs me to return the favor. She's in some trouble, and even a goddess as great as her can't solve this problem. So I'm sure you can appreciate, from what I've told you, not really much of a question on my end about whether I help her or not. They showed me little Lenore, you know.
I also didn't specify, which I meant to. In this image that you saw, you did not see a little girl. You saw an around maybe teenage, around maybe like 14 to 16, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
So, different from the person you saw, but there was enough facial feature similarity that you could kind of see yourself in her.
Okay.
Hmm.
It seems that whatever they've been doing, she's been permitted to grow somewhat. I do so hope
I
we'll be
just,
together again.
I just feel that I don't know, deity is powerful, is able to save you the way that you're saying, but unable to free themselves makes you wonder what's got them in the bind they're in. I wonder.
Exactly. I'd wonder who'd do this to the
Can I
gods
make
and god
an
goddesses
insight check
myself.
to see if she's being completely like open about?
You could really only examine the things that she's saying.
I've never done an insight check. I
Yeah,
don't know how it
so
works.
it doesn't just,
Okay.
tell you anything
Well,
you want in their mind, but it'll have to be like you're picking at something being said specifically.
so what was the favor, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I and whoever wants to come with me and help will be travelling out on the Thalastrum, and we will be
The ocean.
removing some of the dark power that holds my lady. I don't fully understand it myself, but I hope that as the more I help her, the more I'll be able to ask her, and the closer, the greater her power will grow, and the closer I'll be being reunited with my girl.
Alrighty, my dear. It sounds like we've got a lot to discuss when the group gets back. Let's go back. I'm cold.
Of course.
I'm
And I'll
cold.
just link arms with her as we walk off into the fog, which I'm assuming
Just
is there.
like Winona's hand and there's not a creepy air of deception around her, and she's like, "Thank you, dear."
Hunter,
Uh,
for funsies, can I explode?
The amount of anxiety in Winona from what has occurred has caused her to wildly explode.
I did use my tights.
She turns into a pot plant. I guess I'll carry you home.
Um, dealing with the anxieties, you're walking into the fog. Winona, walking arm in arm, and Winona begins to, you get that feeling where you're about to sneeze, and you start leaning your head back, and then as you, y'all are both standing in front of the tower, suddenly.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
Well, would you look at that?
I told you it was cold.
I rolled a natural
Gotta
20
see.
to see
Oh.
if you would do it. So it
Oh.
was like something that was super beneficial to you. Boom. But we're gonna take a bathroom break before we go back to the monastery.
Okay. Good.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I got
I got a natural one.
I'm so fucking torn because Winona's like in between wanting to help her and wanting to tell her to fuck off.
Well, no, like Agatha's like that. She's like, "Oh, help me," but she's
Well,
also
'cause
evil.
it's just like she's trapped and it's not like that's the issue.
She's just a hardworking single mother.
She's single.
She's just trying to do what she can.
Yeah, all hardworking mothers, they worship evil deities for their daughters.
Look, all I know is I have a feeling I can't say things. I can't say things.
In what's happened in the game,
What's really funny-
Hydra done anything important?
Well, what's really funny...
Hydra is going to be your
Well-
daughter. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh. Well, what's really funny is that Winona asked a question saying, "Oh, I wonder like why she's in the binds in the first place." Kara and Andraste know because they read back at Asta Nalor.
Forgot that.
They already know.
Wait, what happened?
Well, because Al Hydra was an overly controlling like god who got complete control of the land, and her wishes is to do that once again and drown the world in water.
Oh my god. I'm
isn't
so
too
sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to the bathroom too.
Water's not too bad if you can just polymorph into like a sea creature.
Yeah, but Sophie, you can't.
I mean, I can wild shape into one.
Yeah, but why would
Not
Asta
all of us
want
could do that shit.
Cloud is like,
Damn.
Cloud is like, cat, what a bad.
Damn,
Damn, how does that affect me?
It's the coast.
I guess if you guys connect to me, I get animal shapes and I can turn you into.
Well, hold on. I could look back exactly what I wrote down from my findings of the book. Wait.
Oh, I remember Ashnalore when Andraste tried to get that woman to come back to the tower. Leave this dust-sealed library. I would think I'm a bit too old for you.
Yeah, no, it says Al Hydra controlled the waters. Like, it's not just the coast, it's going to end up being everything. And they had to chain her away because she caused issues for travel. Like, Al Hydra was literally like a gatekeeper to everything.
Gatekeep, girl boss, gaslight.
Wait, who's the girl boss of Al Hydra's gatekeep?
Winona's girl boss, Agatha's gaslight, and Hydra's gatekeep.
Yeah.
Agatha's
Slay.
gaslight. I'm like,
Facts.
well, no, that would never gaslight me.
I saw TikTok
I mean,
that was
Agatha.
like, the caption was, my boyfriend tried to tell me my gaslight on, even though he told me that that was just a big word that didn't exist the other day, so who's stupid?
Oh my...
Oh.
God, I'm still feeling the relief from my pee. Does that ever happen to you guys?
I'm fucking.
Where like you go pee
Wh-
and like a minute afterwards you're still just like, oh yeah, man, that's so nice.
Wait,
So,
what is Kara? Is she girl boss?
Kara
She's
would
cunt.
be. I feel like Kara would be gatekeep too.
Facts.
But
Also
is everybody
disgusting.
back? I think so.
I think
Everybody's
so.
Yeah.
John.
back at the monastery. The monks are beginning to take care of any of the injured monks and help the people that were in the cages that were trapped there, as well as cleaning up the dead. There was a couple of monks that got close, but nobody on y'all's side actually died. Although obviously many of them died. So they start cleaning up, following Janus's instructions as he's walking through the groups and telling them like, y'all go do this, y'all go do this, y'all go do this. He kind of sighs after giving everybody their tasks and walks over to y'all. If you'll need to rest, there's quarters, or there at least were quarters in the back left of the monastery that way. But you know, if y'all would like to help or heal any of our injured, that would also be wonderful. Before I go, Cora, if we could talk before you leave.
Just kind of does one of those like, oh, okay, yeah, like, oh, is he talking to me?
You talking to me?
You talking to me? Yeah, that's of course.
I'll be waiting outside by the pond when you're ready. And he walks away, but he allows you to say anything you need to.
Okay.
Where's Porta?
Morta's tied up back at the doom thing right here. Like she's
Okay,
out.
I'm
She's
gonna
like.
cast non-detection on her and just sit next to her and watch her.
How long does that last, Andraste?
8 hours.
Okay. What do we want to do about this?
So what's the plan? Are we just gonna like chill here? Is this our home now?
Well, no. But I mean, first thing I'd like to do is figure out what we're doing with her. I mean, I think we all got some questions we want to ask her.
I do.
Yes. But I guess it's a little bit more personal for you.
Yeah. But, I mean, do we want to take her back to the tower? Is that a good idea?
I mean, if we just blindfold her, she won't know where we are. And I'll keep my non-detection magic on her so they can't track her.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna
You
need
guys
that.
have a tower?
Oh my god, I forgot. Asta's like, what? Yeah, you know, we kind of have, like, a home.
We've been doing this for a little while.
Yeah.
You guys are bougie.
We're sort
Can I
of
see
a
it?
big team.
Well, yeah, of course, you're a part of the coven now.
I mean, I guess we could keep her in the basement.
Oh yeah, we still have that basement.
Does this mean we have to walk all the way there? Like, how far is that? 'Cause walking here is a task.
Walking.
She just kind of chuckles.
Walking. We haven't walked in 84 years.
We literally walked over here, Kara.
Okay, well, we did. Yeah, we didn't. Well, God damn it.
Remember when I had a wagon? Wild.
I remember that wagon. Is the horse still back at the tower?
Fucking wagon.
Oh yes, she's back there giving riding lessons to the little children.
The goblins ate the horse.
They definitely tried a couple times, but that was around the time that Via was still at the tower, so he was always out
But,
there.
like-
No.
He didn't even have to. The horses just kept like fucking kicking her. Like,
Oh my god.
Theo was there with his spray bottle. That's
Uh,
Anyway, we've established we're going to take her back to the tower. But
Yeah.
Still, how do you want to handle this, Kara? Like, I'm fully willing to ruin this woman.
Ruin.
She kind of looks at Morta for a long moment. Her fingers kind of like flexing, like she's like really determining what to do. I think at first we should at least try and get some normal questioning off first before thinking of more extreme measures.
All right,
Because
well,
I
that's
know
Vio's specialty.
we have some means of communicating with people and trying to get the truth, right? Vio, you have shit like that?
Oh yes, I can absolutely guarantee the veracity of
Yeah.
what she said.
And I mean, if we're back at the tower, I mean, hopefully, I would think Winona would be on board to persuade.
Who's Winona? Was she a traveler with you guys?
We have a couple other I'll call them party members that traveled with us. There is, Winona, she's a big gambler, and Agatha, who's very about the sea. So you'll be meeting them when we go over there. But I guess I'm gonna talk to Janus before we go. I mean, I don't know what's fucking happening with this, and I don't know if I need to help or not. So let me go see what Janus wants before we make a decision. But she's got to go. She can't stay here.
I'm just throwing this out there. Do you want me to come with you just in case something happens?
Come with me for what? With Janus?
Yes.
No, I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think he's. What do you mean? You think something's gonna happen?
Well, I mean, two of the members that we need to kill are gone. It's been a while. They've had time to regroup. I'm just throwing that out there. But if you want to go out there by yourself with somebody, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine for now.
All right.
I've.
Nice knowing you.
I know. I didn't want first impression. This is a bitch and she's a creepy motherfucker to Asa, who's already gonna have this mindset of, ooh, we don't talk to her. Let Asa figure that out on her own. We don't. So yeah, Kara's gonna kind of stretch out her muscles and get the jitters out before going out to talk to Janus. She'll peek ahead around the corner and look for him. You said he was like at the pond.
Yeah, there's 2 doorways at the back here.
Everything's it's so big. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Actually, I guess now that we're all...
Actually, wait. Which one was the room where me and my mentor mostly trained in?
Yeah. Oh
my God.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge here, bitches.
Okay, so, well, training y'all would have done, like, in the sparring pit back here, and then his office, the location where the dream had happened, where you saw him dying in front of you, was this room right here, closest to the temple.
Yeah, well, I would go to where, like, Kara remembers being young and training with him, just to kind of reminisce. She would walk through here, take a moment and just look at the pit and reimagining, the room being pitch dark and, her attempting to hit him while he just is dodging like a motherfucker.
You see some owl pellets.
Oh.
Ignore those.
That's so upsetting. She'd kind of have like this reminiscent, like, yeah, I miss him type of thing, and then look at the pellets and just go,
It's like,
God.
it's like that old game. I don't know if y'all ever played it in school, but it would like be like owl poop, and then you had to like move the poop to find the skeletons inside.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
You can see like a little mouse skeleton like popping out of it.
Oh, checks to see if Kai's on my body still.
What?
Oh, you're fine. Just don't look. Don't look. I put her back. I just run my hand along the wall and go to Janus.
Okay. I'll do that one. You see him waiting on this bridge. The wood is cracked and creaky, and the water has a layer of floating moss, kind of with a bit of very dark, murky water peeking out underneath. Has not been taken care of in the way that it was when the shadow monks were here. Janus has lit one of the torches in his walk to the edge of the walkway. He's kind of waiting for you.
Yeah, she would silently walk over and stand next to him. just looking at the water.
I'm at a loss for words. Ironically, a moment like this, we've prepared for years, and for it to happen here and now, and be done with it, or at least have the illusion of being done with it. First, I want to say thank you. I, as our mentor, or as our master, always knew that you were special, and you've done nothing but prove it. This time has come to pass. But to find you may have some godhood. That's something that we never could have really expected.
Yeah, I didn't really expect that either. It was all just kind of, I don't know. I call it an accident. I think everything else would call it fate.
Greater plan. I've always been a believer in fates myself. Do you remember any of the talks that we had when you were young? About the other kids teasing you or picking fights? Well, at least the times that they were the ones who picked the fights. Laughed and winked at you.
What? No, they always started it. I'll cross my arms and think back, and I'll be trying to get past the rude words that they said. Do I remember anything?
I mean, yeah, he's talking more generally, like, this happened many times. Y'all had many talks about these situations, because it would happen, like, multiple times.
A lot.
And it was usually either the master or one of the mentors talking to you instead of the master, and he was one of the higher up mentors under the master, so he would talk to you a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you were tired then, and you're tired now of us saying how special you are. I know we often said it with a lot of vagueness.
Yes. You could already see she's kind of like the, oh god, here we go again type of talk.
Without any answers as to why. The thing is, only Master and us, other mentors, knew what it meant for the Master to take on a new student. And I'm sorry we never told you, especially when we could have had the chance before all of this.
Oh, so it wasn't just a bunch of empty words. I thought it was like a whole, like, this is to motivate you.
He pauses for a second, just looking at the water. A master in the way of the shadow only takes a student when their time as a master is coming to an end. And the way of shadows is ready to take on new leadership. Our master was the ninth, and you were being trained for the role of the 10th. Yep. I've heard that's a lot taken. Clearly, things have changed to make this a more complicated situation.
You're a monk, Harry!
You were trained for this role, and I believe you are ready for the role. But if you do not wish to take the role yet, that is fine.
You see, like, as he's continuing to describe, like, her face just starts to pale. Like, she had a feeling this is kind of where it was going down, but also would just keep pushing it past. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. Why me? Why would they choose me? That doesn't make sense. And, she looks at him and she's like, but why me? I wasn't born and raised here. You guys found me.
Yes, to be honest, I'm not sure of that myself. I'm not able to answer that question. The master had his ways of making choices and knowing things without communicating those thoughts to the rest of us. So, unfortunately, I'm not able to answer your question. But he was quite adamant that you were the next student that he was.
is a lot to take in. Like,
I do.
would I mean, guys have trained me, but like, can I really do that?
I think in, the first time you came back to us and found us, I perhaps questioned if you were the right choice. A lot happened, but as time has passed, and especially in these past couple of days, I understand why he made the choices that he did. You've definitely proved yourself, and I think the other monks would agree in a spot of leadership. I mean, I did help with planning with my years of experience, but it was mainly led by you, and I understand if you're not ready for a position like this.
I want to. Don't get me wrong, I do. It is a lot to take in, but I do want to, like for a moment you could tell, like at first she was like normal Kara was ready to like bicker back and defend as to like make up reasons as to there's no way I can do it, but like something has kind of gone over her to be like, yeah, like I'll do it. But
I know you have many other things going on. You have a whole party now, and I expect you to help them as much as they've helped you.
Yeah.
I understand that, but we will be here, and we will keep training, and if I have anything to say about it alone, we won't let the same thing that happened last time happen again.
Of course, I wouldn't let it happen either.
But you, as I said, you have been chosen. You've been trained. This is your role more than it is anyone else's, and when you are ready to take the leadership in more stead and stay here as the master did, then that is an option to you. But for now, you're still welcome to accept the title of the 10th without being here quite yet. I think you've quite earned it if you will accept you're ready.
She does like a little bow of acceptance, and yes, yeah, of course I accept.
In that moment, he nods, looks back down at the water, and you feel a kind of tickling on the top of your right hand, I believe, where the glove is.
A tickling on my hand?
Yes, like on the top of your hand, under the glove.
Under the glove?
Yes.
At first she does like a little like, oh, it's just an itch. Oh, fuck. I gotta take the glove off. Okay, so then I take the glove off.
Well, it's just like a quick thing. It's not like, it doesn't stay. It's just like, you feel like a little like weird sensation. And it kind of, as you look at it, you see on your wrist where there was a small circle with like the Roman numeral of a 1 as this was the first gauntlet. There is now an X there.
Nice. Okay. She wouldn't like freak out. She just kind of would look at it, smile, and stare at the water a little longer with Janus.
Will you be resting here with your friends before you leave?
I mean, I guess I'll ask with them. We were planning on taking Morta back to our tower. We had some questioning we wanted to do with her.
Well, if you like, we do have the solitude rooms here at the monastery.
Yeah. Do you, I mean, now that I'm, I guess, leader, do you suggest I should at least stay a bit here, or just to, I don't know.
That is up to you. If this task would be better done at your tower, then I completely understand.
Well, no, like not the Morta thing, but like the whole leader thing should, like, I stay here with the monks for a bit.
I'm sure they would do better with your training, but that is not a requirement.
Okay. Alright. I'll go ask with my group what we're gonna do if we're staying or going, but I think they may be going.
He'll walk back in with you, and as he's kind of seeing monks cleaning up and stuff, he'll just walk over them and start handing out rolls. Like, no, you need to be taking them there, not over there. There, right. Goes
Okay.
right back to bossing them around.
Yeah. Kara walks back to the group, and you could tell that the gears in her head are turning, and her face is still probably paled.
Yeah.
Did you just throw up? Either way, you threw up.
Hey, Kara.
Hi. No, I did not. She kind of just looks at everyone for a moment. Is Asta still an owl bear?
Yeah, he's just chilling.
A fuzzy little owl bear.
He's like sitting down like the Winnie the Pooh when it does. Just sitting like his eyes up.
Janus asked if I should, well, if I could lead the Shadow Monks and be the 10th, the next in line to serve.
Sure,
So you're like their queen.
I guess, I don't know, to queen!
Queen.
I don't know, I guess do the things that those did before and train them and continue the way. I don't know if I should stick. What the fuck? Just owl bear. Just
There you go.
that is also right now. I love it. I wanted to ask you guys if, like, I mean, I feel like I should stay at least a bit to kind of start getting into this, but I mean, there's also that, pointing at Moita.
Janus is still here. He could be acting as your second command, can't he?
He can, but I mean, I don't know, I wanted to start kind of at some point, but I mean, he told me I don't have to worry about, like, getting fully into the role yet, because obviously we have a lot of things to do.
Yes, you've got to go and see your man first.
Oh god. This is too much for me. Well, I mean, also, first things first, too. Like, are we staying here, or are we going back to the tower now because we want to get her there?
I would really like to see the tower. It sounds magnificent.
Well, it'd probably
The
be a
tower,
good,
I would like to
good
see
idea.
it.
Yeah, this is the last place they knew we and her to be, so if we moved, it would kind of throw them off.
Yeah.
Janice.
Janice?
He's standing at the other edge of the temple,
Janet?
pointing his finger
I'm gonna go speak to
down
him
the
really
hallway,
quickly.
and he kind of turns his head as y'all call, walking to the front of the temple that y'all are all gathered around.
I'll just blink over there real quick.
You appear in front of him suddenly. Oh,
Ding, ding, ding. Blink.
And I'm like, hi, I'm gonna set up a teleportation circle to be taking us all back. Can you do me a favor? It's going to leave, like, a little bit of residue, like, on the floor. Can you just, like, clean it?
What? Atrocity!
I
For
kinda have
whatever
ridges
reason
everywhere.
being, I want to make sure that we're as untraceable as possible, and that would be a very smart way to handle that.
that would, yes. I think the best place would be in one of our sand pits.
The sand
And then we
pit.
can just wipe
Oh,
up. Yeah.
perfect. Thank you so much. Kara.
So,
Glare at her, who is, like, about to scold me.
She awkwardly rubs the back of her head. Also, wait, cleaning up about sand things. Looks at Asta. Why'd you take a shit in one of the sand pits?
I hate them. Next question.
Can you clean your shit?
Actually, I don't think
It's
owl pellets
It's
are
not-
actually shit.
Yeah.
It's like a hairball that they throw
Oh,
out.
well, still, okay, can you clean that?
It's a sand pit. It's where it's supposed to go.
No, that's not. That's where we're supposed to fight and train.
In this
Yeah, they
moment,
can fight. They can
behind Andraste and Vio, sitting at the window outside of kind of where y'all are at, hear a whoo, whoo, and
Oh.
Asta, you hear Asta.
Oh, I totally forgot about him.
Forgot about
Hold
what.
on.
Oh.
I'll turn back into an owl and look for him.
Yeah, so he's sitting right behind them. It's like,
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
the people you told me to watch have been taken out of cages.
Thank you for this great deed that you have did me. A good mouse hunting spot is behind the pond over there. Go hunt the
Thank
mice.
Lights off.
Okay, I turned back. So like, yeah, that's dealt with. What are we doing now?
I'm setting up the teleportation
Well-
circle in this room right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Somebody
would
help
not
me.
suggest that one. Can you poop? There's outhouse there.
I guess will somebody help me drag the unconscious person?
Yeah, I'll
Well,
help.
yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, Cloud.
Just like
You're-
hook the device between
If you
the wraps and
want,
just drag her.
if you want, I could turn into the owl bear and you could just tie her to me. Just drag her.
Oh yeah, I mean, she can just like hoist her on top of you too. Don't even have to drag her. You can just.
Well, I mean, Cloud's pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, come on, Cloud, let's go. You got this.
All right, so the teleportation circle is ready.
What is the teleportation circle that you're talking about?
It's that circle on the ground. You see those weird symbols? When he
Yeah.
finishes writing those symbols, lights will appear. We walk to those lights and we will be somewhere else.
Awesome.
Yes.
Um,
You have 6 seconds, so be quick.
Andraste, would there be an easy way to bring me back here? Or no?
Please hold.
God of magic, please!
Wait,
No, fuck that.
are you talking about leaving right now?
No, I'm saying, well, I mean, I think we're going back to the tower anyways.
Not
But, like-
necessarily would be super easy getting back here, but I could accompany you and make it somewhat faster.
Okay. Because I'm assuming I need to help with more time.
make
so-
an Arcana check on Andraste. And remember, you don't have advantage on this.
Can I slap your ass with a guidance, or is this something that...
I'll say no. No.
Okay.
And
I
it's
got it
kind of
now.
happening subconsciously.
I got a natural one.
Oh my god, your dice are
Well-
trash right now.
Use your luck token.
I don't think I have one. Hold on, let me... I'm checking.
Wait, did I get an inspiration point from this morning?
What?
What did you do?
Oh my god.
I like
Use
did
it to recap.
I did the recap.
Oh. Yes, I think that's your first recap. So yes, you can have an inspiration point.
Fuck yes. Milk in the system, man. Milk in the system. I got a 16 plus. Oh, it's my left.
Also, yeah, I have no luck.
Oh, goddamn! I'm gonna have to bounce between two characters.
Welcome.
What kind of check? Okay, I got a 26.
An Arcana check. You I've asked this question frequently, or thought about it frequently in the different ways to travel. You know, your closest teleportation circle is a couple of days away at Skullomance. That is high enough to know of the best way, which you'd think you would maybe have access to soon, but not yet. The teleport spell, which you can take to kind of just think where you want to go instead of having to use a circle. However, you also know at the 26, that spell, since you wouldn't have a circle, is helped by having an object associated with the place you're trying to teleport to. So you maybe have the idea that you should grab something special from here before you leave.
I'm gonna fill a bag with the sand from the sand pit.
Oh. Wait, what is that doing? What are you doing?
We're not
Oh,
cleaning.
okay.
Make a perception
I'm
check.
hoping.
Oh,
Are you
Who?
making?
You.
Me? Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Making.
I'll be explaining to Kara that this is so I can probably get her back here faster.
Oh, okay.
13, 14, 15. I got a 15.
You almost step on the owl pellets, but you avoid them.
I'm like, watch out!
it's a minefield out there.
Trusty grabs an owl pellet and instead teleports right next to Asta.
Or inside of us.
Ew.
Ooh,
No.
Okay, are we going?
I'm gonna miss that owl. He was nice.
Janus comes outside to the sand pit. Well, again, I'd like to thank you, Kara, and especially everybody, and the coven, I believe y'all call yourselves. This is a debt that we will never be able to repay, but we will always try.
Some advice, please respect the wildlife. Thank you.
Oh, of course. And as y'all are getting ready, kind of delicately stepping over the lines of the teleportation circle to not mess up the spell.
Wait, say bye to Warmheart.
Oh yeah.
I
A warm
totally got
heart!
it.
oh, bye.
Warm heart! Bye-bye.
Warmheart.
Bye, Warmheart. Have fun.
You hear a cracking sound as some tiles fall into the pit with Wormheart landing on the ceiling above.
I hug one of his toes and I'm like, thank you so much for helping.
Yes, do you want me to tell anything to Wushi before I go?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I really, yeah, I know. Another thing I've been wanting to do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, girl boss.
Tell him that he. Tell him to wait for me. I'll be there soon.
Well, thanks
Come
for
on,
inviting
Connor.
me. Had a lot of fun, guys. No, we should work together more. That was kind of a cool thing we did.
Warmheart, if you ever find yourself in need of a place to stay or just want a change of scenery, you can always come visit us at our tower.
You can take Wushi.
Komomuno, and you can bring Wushi anytime.
Okay.
We have another dragon nearby we could introduce you to
Oh.
as well.
Maybe. Ooh.
Isn't she a
What color
mom?
dragon? Is it a metallic one?
She is. She's
I think she's silver. Is she silver? No. I have it
isn't
written
she
somewhere.
black?
It's a little chromist, isn't it there, Warmheart?
She is. I think y'all would probably remember this pretty easily because she is a very unique kind of dragon, which is kind of outside of metallic and
Oh, that's right.
chromatic. She's an iron dragon.
Mm.
She actually has bits of iron growing out of her body.
I remember now, like her scales are like iron or something like that, right?
Yeah, and then instead of her
Vague.
horns, she had literal chunks of iron kind of growing out on her brow. Okay, well, very interesting. Yeah, I'm probably gonna rest here because I'm still pretty tired, but.
Oh, I have a good
it-
idea. I reach into my bag. I was gonna hand this to him personally, and I hand him one of the sending stones. I'm like, can you give that to him?
Oh, sure. Janus, do you have a bag or something? It's like, yes, we can fashion something. I'm sure. Yeah. Sorry. Anything else before we leave?
I'm good. Are you even holding your side, Cloud? Jesus, come on.
What do you mean? I'm doing all the work here.
Doesn't feel like it.
God's sakes.
I'm
Well,
very
maybe
interested
you
to
need to get
meet
a little
the
stronger.
tower residents.
Well, as you all delicately step into the teleportation circle, Janus says goodbye once again. But as you begin to cast the spell, say the incantation, call you back to Kaminemo, um, three groups of shadow monks come out of these separate doorways and kind of stand in a line around the sandpit and hold their fist to their heart and kind of bow, looking at Kara.
Oh.
Oh, that's
And then
good,
y'all
because I was
leave.
about to fireball the fuck out of everything.
Bitch, me fucking too. I was like, God fucking damn it. There's no way. I thought I was gonna get counterspelled and we were gonna like roll for initiative. I was
Roll
gonna
for
be
it. Everyone was already all in panic.
And with a couple of more words of the incantation, you appear in the teleportation room in Archie's Manor.
God damn it.
Currently, it's
Sorry.
around nighttime. There are no lights lit in this room, so you're just standing in like a dark room.
Oh God.
I thought we were going to. Is this a tower? Hello?
Shut Asta!
I'm gonna cast silence centered on Asta.
The light creaks into the room as the door creaks in. Y'all did it without telling me.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Archie.
Archie, I'm sorry.
1 gold. And he holds out his hand.
I'll do 10.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Who's this saucy person?
You're silenced, I think.
Well, I mean, we would all be silent, so I don't think I
Oh.
You'd have to drop
I
it.
mean, I imagine Andraste doing this where he silences everybody else and then just stands outside of it and talks alone.
And we're all like,
Archie looks at the unique outfit and says, who's this? And where's the little frog?
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Sad.
I know, that did make me sad. Unfortunately. Yeah, because wasn't Archie and Zoo doing the thing with the wine?
Yeah.
At the party?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Zoot's passed on our last mission.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
You kind of see Asa do a little bow and he's trying to say something, but he doesn't realize the silence is still there. It's like,
Oh my god.
Zoot was disintegrated.
Oh, that is a terrible way to go.
Yeah,
I'm very sorry to hear that.
We hope to avenge them one day.
Who was it?
Was it?
It was
Who was
Jurex.
it?
Jurex.
It was Jerix.
Yeah, he got away. Some
It was a sorcerer. by the name
little
of
sorcerer
Jerix.
bitch named Jurex.
This is what he looks like. And all like,
Thank
the
you.
little thang thang.
Yes, he's ugly, you know? Fuck him.
That's what I thought.
I'm thinking.
Quite.
What?
We'll find him one day.
Asta slowly walking forward, realizing no one's hearing him. Hi, my name is Asta. I do the bow again. For some reason, nobody could hear me before when I was standing back there.
Welcome, Asta. My name is Arch Kennington III. I'm the mayor of this town. This is my house.
We accidentally
Oh.
teleported into his house without telling him, because
This
this
is
is
a
usually
very illustrious house.
At this point, the double door, he's like swung fully open, and he's wearing a silk purple robe with a glass of wine.
Well, of course.
Is there a Mrs.? Or no?
Oh my
Oof.
god.
Oof.
It's complicated.
Damn it.
And
Same answer every time.
Yeah, Kara and Andraste, and now y'all have like a flashback to the first day.
Yep.
Y'all met him. Where he said it's complicated.
Yeah.
So Andraste.
Because wasn't Andraste like flirting with him or something in the beginning?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was.
You were.
I thought he was cute.
I thought he was single.
Oh. Okay, let's go see the tower.
Well, go
Done.
ahead.
As always, excuse us.
Sorry for
Excuse-
disturbing your
Yeah, we
wine
have,
time.
You know, a prisoner, as you can see, to get
Oh,
back.
God. Yeah, y'all look kind of terrible. Lots
We're
of blood.
Yeah, it's been a long
Wow,
fucking
thanks.
night.
Oh, Cloud, you're fine. I mean, other than the stains in your clothes.
You're true. You're right.
Cloud looks great.
You're right.
Cloud is like, I'm just this good.
Cloud is just juggling his scythe and Morta. He's like perfectly fine.
Oh my god, I love him.
Well, I'm going to get back to my novellas and head out the front.
Can we
The
leave
novellas.
the mayor of this town alone now, Asta? Come on, let's get out of here.
Damn.
Oh, the mayor.
The
Bye,
mayor.
Mayor.
Andraste second session. The mayor.
The mayor.
Oh, Archie.
Oh, Archie. All right, let's fucking go. Let's get out of here. I want to go home.
Leave. A couple of the guards nod. Say like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Hey, yeah,
guys?"
yeah, great.
Start to form relationships, constantly coming in and out of here. Even a
Steve,
couple of the dogs
George.
run up to you. Gonna sniff it now. He always has some smells on him. And then head out the front and through the city. It will be an hour of travel.
God, it feels so fucking good to be here again. My head is pounding.
Yeah, y'all get back at the tower around like 11 o'clock, like midnight. At this point.
I think
I
we're
lost
going.
legs
Is
so
this
heavy.
the tower?
Nell, do you want me to like help?
Can you take them, please? Her legs are so fucking
Okay, I got it. You can just there is a significant shift in the weight cloud, like as she's balanced normal. Like all of a sudden it's like
I'm like, oh.
I got like
Something more
the
work.
legs on my shoulders. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Well, no, you
This
just went
the-
from a -1 to a +1 in strength, so...
Yeah, well, like, but again,
Well-
I'm like a little over 3 feet tall, so like
Yeah,
now
I'm
it's
like
she's
7
being
foot
held
tall.
like this.
She's at a diagonal.
Yeah.
Well, come back to the tower, I imagine. Winona and Agatha returned hours ago and are probably in bed at this point. I don't know how late y'all are staying up.
Alright, somebody open the door.
I like... Is this a... I can't remember, is the tower a push or a pull?
Andraste!
I'm dead. I'll use Mage Hand and just open it.
Is it a push or
Bougie.
pull?
My arms are
I-
jello, I can't do it.
My arms are jello.
I'll upcast Mage Hand and I will help them carry her.
Oh, okay, nice, yes.
Oh, wow.
5 pounds of weight is taken off of the
Yes.
Well,
Every
an
pound
hour
matters.
too late. Didn't help at all during the entire trip over.
I literally could have just used Bixby's hand and just carried her whole ass body over here.
I hate you guys so much.
While you guys are like walking inside, you can hear some grunting noises as you see Asa trying to push Alabos inside the small doorway.
Asa.
Wild animals outside.
It's not wild. What do you mean?
Can you make
The elk is trying to like lower its head and turn its head at an angle
Oh.
to get its horn through the door.
can you make Alabos smaller?
It can stay with the goblins.
Oh.
What?
Or it can stay with our horse.
Alabos, convince Andraste. He can understand you. At least I think he can.
Gotta delete this one.
Oh.
Oh.
You asshole.
Why have you done this?
By the way, that owl picture you used for me before, I would like to keep that one.
I'm dead. Winona's down here from when she was like, I wake up, and I was like, where is everybody? Oh, back to bed.
I'm fucking dead. Also, the
The owl?
You have the little owl one that you made where I was sitting down in the owl form. That one on the last map. Yeah, that one. I would like to keep that one.
Oh my god.
God.
That's it now. I'm fucking dead. My picture is also the old one. I know. I'm sorry, Hunter.
Oh my god.
Kara was
My
also just.
picture.
Let's take her to the basement.
Yep. Keep going.
I definitely would have like put a potato sack on her fucking face too, blinded her.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want her seeing.
Do you have any chains around here, Andraste?
She would like that. No.
Kinky.
I mean, yeah, doesn't she literally have shit
I
stabbing
have,
into her?
what are they called? The not shackles, but like there's a word for them.
Handcuffs?
Like they're specific handcuffs though that have like the metal iron bar in between them, so like keeps your hands like this, so you can't like there's no like give.
I forgot what that's called.
Manacles?
I think that is what it's called, manacles.
Vio's like, I'm speaking.
I'm speaking. Please notice me.
I didn't hear you the first time you said it.
These metal restraints can bind a small or medium creature. Escaping the manacles requires a successful DC 20 dexterity check. Breaking them requires a successful DC 20 strength check.
A strength check.
So
We need to make sure this bitch doesn't fucking get out.
Nell could hex them. Hex her.
That moment that we're super grateful again for Nell just not sleeping at all.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yep. You can watch her all night.
Oh, no, no.
All night.
Y'all are all in the secret room. Except Asta. Asta can't fit down there.
What? I imagine I would have turned back now.
Oh, but you just want to keep this picture even when you're not? That's going to be
Yeah.
That's the new picture.
I'm dead.
If you don't want me to.
Imagine the Albert trying to fit through the door of the tower. Or whatever.
God.
Their butt just gets caught in the door.
Alright, so did we create... Did you have our cell that I wanted made down here, Andraste?
Yes, it is completed.
Y'all walk into the basement, as y'all do. Winona, if Winona's awake in her room, can hear them outside of her room. As y'all walk down the stairs into a room with a couple of casks of... They can't be filled with any liquids, you know. I don't know if y'all have filled them with liquids. But there's one against the wall that is very large. And you open the front of it, and it reveals a room, a door to a room at the back of the large cask.
Cool.
Down there.
Put her in here.
Alright, tie her ass up.
Has she been conscious at all since we've been transporting her?
Is there...
She probably made a couple of sounds, but whenever, I think, if somebody's at 0 and they have to, like, heal on their own to come back, it takes them a while, maybe a couple hours. I don't know, more than that.
No, she's been sitting at 0 for a while.
Okay.
Are there any, like, support beams going across the ceiling of this room?
Sure.
Okay. Can we, like, throw the rope over and, like, just keep her hands above her head?
You can do that. There are rings that have been put into the wall for
Just for
manacles
this
to go
occasion.
through.
Yes.
So you can, like, put both of her hands in the cuff, and then they are stuck to the wall.
Yes.
That's great foresight to have these built. Why did you have these built in the first place?
For this
reasons
exact
like this?
reason.
Well, we didn't think that we were going to use them. Well, we thought we were going to use them, got to a point that we weren't going to use them, and we're thinking about scrapping it, and then this happened, so now we're using them.
Yeah.
Kind of. You know what? Never mind. Okay.
It wasn't my idea, but now I'm kind of grateful we have it.
If
I wonder
this
whose
is
idea it
making
was.
If this is making you uncomfortable, then perhaps maybe you could go visit with the goblins and introduce your magical companion to them.
I mean, I don't even know if the goblins are up right now. It's like midnight.
No.
Yeah,
So-
you can.
I will not talk to any goblins.
You can have the bed that's supposed to be mine because I actually have a place to stay and I don't sleep. So
Are we interrogating her right now?
It's literally 12 at night, and I'm exhausted, and I don't have anything, and I'm bleeding, so no.
I'm gonna see about casting one last thing. I'm gonna cast Dream.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast a dream, so she dreams that she's in a prison. She wakes up, and every
Ew.
moment, no matter what, she'll be in a prison. Good night, everybody.
Fuck that.
I don't think we have any more 5th level spells, although I love the idea.
Oh, it's a 5th level spell. Damn it! I thought it was a
At
4th.
any rate,
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow
I
night.
do,
Yeah,
I
there's
do
always
not
tomorrow.
approve of the idea, but I would like to be here regardless.
Yeah. Well, oh, you want to be part of this, or you just want to stay here? Is that what you're saying?
I want to see the process, and I do have a question for her.
Okay. Well, I guess how this goes all depends on how Carl wants to go about it. This is more
Yeah,
personal for
and
her.
this has to, and this is no like stupid, not to be blunt, but stupid question. Like this is a serious question you have for her.
This is a very serious question to
Okay.
me.
Okay.
They were terrorizing the wildlife. There's a reason behind it. I would like to know why.
Okay. Then you can definitely be here to ask that. It really depends on how this conversation goes with her tomorrow when we try. I'm assuming we're trying tomorrow.
Well, assuming she doesn't wake up, kill me, and escape tonight.
I
Lovely.
mean, I hate to be that person to stop you from going to see Lavis, but I think you have to watch her tonight. If she starts to stir, I
Oh,
mean,
no, I
then
wasn't
get one of us.
I wasn't suggesting I leave. I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
Well then, like, the minute she starts to stir, I would say get one of us, knock her ass out again, and then put her back. Maybe probably get Cloud. Cloud, I know you're a deep sleeper, but you're gonna have to wake up at some point to stabilize her again, and then...
Well, actually, just Andraste, whenever you get done with your little meditation, just come down and help me keep an eye
That's a
on
good idea.
You got it.
Cloud is also, his room is in the basement. So it's just like right next to this room.
it.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, see, he's right there. So, knock her ass out again if she wakes up.
Also, this is usually Nell's room, so this is where Asta was asleep. Oh my god.
And when people start going to bed, Elsa will just walk out, pick a nice tree with Elevos, and just fall asleep under it.
Oh, you're outside sleeping? You're not taking Nell's room?
That place is dirty, and Elevos is not welcome. So I will
Actually,
stay with Elevos.
that room has never been touched, because Nell used to do exactly what you're doing.
Sleep outside.
Then we'll keep the tradition.
As you come upstairs and into the main room, you see Elevos. The front, he figured out how to get in, and the front half of his body is standing inside, and the back half of his body is still like outside with the doors open.
Oh my god, Elevos! I knew we could get you inside.
Now we have to kill it.
I figured it out.
Excuse me?
Kara just gives a big old sigh and then goes to Alabos's back end and tries to push him the rest of the way in.
I said, what's all this noise?
It's definitely a tight squeeze.
Hold on, Winona!
Trying to push a China to your side. I will help Kara as well.
I'm gonna
Trying to
pull by the
guide
horns.
Elevos' squeeze.
I think he got past the horns, it's just his butt.
Theo's gonna cast creation to make a carrot and just throw it out the door. Like, there you go. Go and get that.
No, I'm bringing him in. He's not going back out.
Oh, you're bringing him in.
We're going in.
That, but the other
Is
way
that, does
around.
Andraste know what's happening?
Who
I
are
assume you would
you?
have come up with VO. I assume this has happened after y'all made y'all's plans and everything.
Yeah, he could stay downstairs, but at this point he's already halfway, so we're finishing the job.
I'll cast Reduce so he can walk in
Oh,
easily.
Okay, well that does make it
Glorious.
easier. He's a large creature, so he was a 10 by 10, but now he can easily walk through the door.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Andraste, and I do like a little bow. It's not sarcastic in any way.
The Elibos also bows, and although you hear
No.
he says thank you. Asta can hear.
Andraste can also understand it too, I believe.
Did I hear Winona a moment ago too? Is she up now?
Andraste can understand animals.
No, he understands
The language
doesn't
Albo
he?
speaks.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What does he? Let me
Yeah.
let's not assume that. Okay.
Well, because I thought Andraste heard him the first time we met Asta and
Yeah.
Alabos, that's why.
Oh, that's right.
Making sure.
But wait, Winona's up now.
Wait, what is the language
Oh,
that he
yeah.
speaks?
Sylvan.
Sullivan.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, I think that's a race thing I get. Yeah, so what's all this noise?
Winona suddenly gets tackled by Akara, who is hugging her.
Is this the sea lady, or is this the... What was her name?
This is Winona.
Oh, Winona.
Winona, Asta, Winona.
Winona
Also the
eyes.
Alabos, my mystical deer.
Oh, aren't you the most adorable thing? Look at your little antlers. I don't know what accent I'm using anymore.
Atlas!
Atlas.
Just
He's
morphs into
usually
so
much,
many things, but the thing I need it to be.
he's usually much bigger than this, but the magical wizard made magic.
Winona, I hate that we disturbed you. I don't know if you were sleeping yet or not. But we
Oh.
came back from the monastery.
And how
We-
did it go?
Good and bad at the exact same time.
Did you also do the whole lot with the map?
Oh no, we didn't get to do that yet. We kind of got wrapped up in a lot of other things. The
Oh, I see.
person who attacked my monastery is actually here now, in the cellar on the bottom. We're gonna have to ask her some questions, so I don't know if you'd want to help with that.
Oh, absolutely, dearie. I'd help you any way I could. Perhaps if you need some persuading.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna need a lot of that, and hopefully this will be nice and smooth and not have to result to something worse. I also don't know if you were informed, but Zoot is not here with us anymore.
Yeah, Agatha told me that she was given a message that he had passed on. I'd started to make a little grave in the yard.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah,
Um,
I assume want to do a proper funeral at some point for Zoot.
yes, well, Zoot's side, there was also some other matter I think you should know. I wanted to tell you that I owed Agatha a favor, so I went and escorted her to a ship, and that is currently in port right now. And from what I've learned, I don't think that she's necessarily evil at all. I think that she has found herself to be a victim of an unforeseen circumstance that she could not help herself.
Yeah, well,
And I would like to help her. And I think I want to help her in a way that is going against what she would like. I want to free her from the chains of Alhydra she is finding herself locked inside of.
okay. Well, interestingly enough, I've been meaning to talk to her after everything that's happened. I'll talk with her. Is she asleep
Just,
currently? Can I look around? Is she here?
She.
I have
No
no
way.
idea.
I'm looking where we are. Is she like lurking around?
No. she
Oh my
would
God.
have she would have just been getting ready for bed around this time.
Okay.
I would love to meet Agatha, but I think it will wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going to speak to her soon, so make sure she doesn't leave yet for me, please. Now, I don't know about all y'all. I feel like I'm going to crash, so this has been a long, stressful day for me. Zoot not being here, the person who pretty much caused me internal torment is here. I'm supposed to lead the monastery. I'd like to go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. And Kara walks off.
Good night.
I knocked the table to the side a little bit.
What
It only
happened?
lasted 1 minute.
Oh.
Alright, well, I'm not cleaning that. I'll see you in 4 hours, Andraste, and I'll go downstairs.
I'm just gonna go up to the tower. I mean, up to the library, and prepare a sending spell.
Oh, for God's sakes, are we doing this stupid shit again? Why do you do this at the worst of times? I know.
Could we meet in about a week? And I'm gonna send that to Remenon. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, wait. What time is it? What time is it?
It's midnight!
Okay, yeah, maybe not. I'll save it for the morning.
The poor man is like, why? Why is this the guy I had to chase?
Who dis?
Who did?
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna rest. Both my characters are good night.
Well, as everybody goes to bed, sits in the wine room outside of the door, secret door to that chamber. Make a perception check now.
7.
At least she's still unprotected.
Where are we?
Yeah. 4 hours pass by. You don't hear anything. You don't believe her to be stirring at all. Andraste wakes.
Shit.
Okay. I'm gonna prepare that sending spell now. Can we meet in about a week?
So 4 a.m.'s a better time.
Oh yeah. Right. For a second I was like, he only needs 4 hours too, and I was like, oh wait, he's not an elf.
Oh my fucking God, you dumbass.
Oh my God. That was good, Jen.
Listen.
That was good.
Listen. Mind your business. Okay, so cancel that. Again. I'm just gonna go down to Nell and see if he saw anything.
No, just been looking at the wall. I haven't heard anything. I don't even know if she's awake yet.
I'm gonna go check and see if she's awake and double check all of her things. Her bindings.
I'll watch his back. Already an Eldritch Blast just in case.
Step in. That's annoying. Um. You see her now standing on both of her feet against the wall, kind of facing away from you with the handcuffs there.
Oh, she's standing.
Yeah, well, the ring is like on the wall, and it's pretty tight handcuffs. So
Oh, okay. So she's forced, like in that. Okay.
yeah, just like be against her. I don't know if y'all did you put her hands behind her back or in front of her through the ring?
I think they're above her, right? Like,
Well, the ring is in the wall. It's not in the ceiling. That was the original plan
Mm.
before I reminded y'all. This was built into the wall to be used like this.
Yeah.
So are they behind her back or in front of her?
In front.
Okay. So yeah, she's facing kind of towards the wall there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check and see if she's awake.
As you move closer to um, see if she's awake. As you walk towards her, she very quickly pulls away from the wall and goes to punch you because it seems that she was not actually still in the manacles.
oh, for course.
So is that a 16 hit
Yes,
you?
I'm going to cast Temporal Shunt as a reaction, so I'm going to need you to make. I have to say that I can't remember.
And do I get my Eldritch Blast? Did I say that already?
Yes, if she doesn't disappear in front of you.
Wisdom saving throw.
Let's fucking dice box. That is a natural 19. She saves.
All right, and then the Eldritch Blast.
Yes. And then did a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Okay.
now.
I got a 23, a 22, and a natural 20.
Yeah, she's gonna die.
Oh my god, y'all better wake me up quick.
Because y'all's perception wasn't the greatest and she was hiding this, she is going to have time to do the damage, but you are going to knock her right after that. Um, 10 points of damage plus 13 points of necrotic damage. So 23 total.
Ow! What?
And then what will be the damage on that? Oh, also, can you make a Constitution saving throw him?
Oh, god damn it! Wait, how much damage was it? 20 what?
23.
And a Constitution.
And she takes
Ooh, I got an
37.
18.
She takes 37 force damage total.
And I assume you're pushing her towards the wall, back
Yep.
against the wall. So you hit her once, and she gets knocked against the wall in the first hit. This is a very small room. So even just 5 feet, she's against the wall, and then the last 2 hits just both hit her, kind of holding her against the wall as the force just keeps knocking into her.
Nelson, I'm fucking slamming it!
And then what was your Constitution saving throw?
Got an 18.
Yeah, okay. So you feel yourself freeze for a second, but you are not completely stunned. And she, once again, as she's knocked into the wall, she had 35 hit points. So she slumps back against the ground with that damage.
Nell, give me your knife.
Why?
I'm cutting her tendon so she can't punch anymore.
Oh my
That's kind of fucked up. Jesus Christ.
I'm serious.
Oh my
We
god.
can heal her, but I want these arms useless.
I mean, alright. I'm gonna hand him my dagger and head towards Cloud's room.
Cloud, you can also make a perception check at disadvantage to see if you were awoken by the slamming.
Okay.
Also, Winona can make a perception check at disadvantage since she's also down there.
Oh my god. At disadvantage, you said?
She is knocked the fuck out. I got a natural one.
I mean, is Nell's room also down there? So wouldn't I make a check to hear it?
I thought you said you were sleeping outside.
Well, when we push Alvos in, I would want to push him back outside again.
Okay, well,
I literally got the exact same roll.
he can't stay with you downstairs because he can't fit down there. He's just stuck in like the main room right now.
Oh, okay. He's just sleeping there. It's fine.
But yeah, you can also make a perception check at disadvantage if you were downstairs. But you do wake up to the slams. So probably not long before it comes to your room.
How long was I sleeping?
Hey, the crazy
About
bitch
4
woke up.
hours.
Tried to kill us.
Not enough time.
Okay.
1 second. And then while that's happening, Andraste is cutting tendons.
Yeah, specifically Achilles heels.
Okay, you can make a either flat intelligence or a medicine check.
Wait, what's happening? I walked away because I was dealing with the dog.
I got a 4.
Him's cutting her tendons.
Ugh.
I don't know if
So
you
it'll
have
be
that.
10 with my intelligence.
You attempt to cut what you think would prevent her. You don't necessarily have the medicinal knowledge to know if you've done it correctly or if it will work appropriately, but you have cut at those tendons, so there's blood pouring out.
You cut on her, the spot where you think it is.
I'm just like, oh.
Did y'all wake up? I'm fucking dead.
You're
Wait,
just like
did-
stabbing into her heel.
all fucking angry, like,
Oh.
God.
Did y'all wake up
Also-
Cloud? Is Cloud up?
Yeah, I literally rolled a perception check to wake up at disadvantage, but I rolled the exact same roll.
Oh, I see it now. What the fuck? Cloud was awake this time.
You just stabbed a creature that was bleeding out.
Yes.
So
Come on, Cloud.
she
She's
is
down.
close to dying.
Okay, well,
You got a first level. You gotta spare the dying.
I have a healing word, and I have Spare the Dying with my divinity, so we're good on that.
Okay.
I would just.
I'll say
You could just
in
spare
the
the dying,
time
right?
Takes for Nell to go to Cloud and then Cloud to come back. She will make 1 death saving throw.
Oh my god.
oh wait, I have a healer's kit.
I have a healing word, that's a level 1 spell, and still have.
Well, like I don't think you want to reawaken her. You want to just put her at 0 and not bleeding out. Right? Can like spare the dying stop that, or am I not?
I mean,
like...
it just says, with Spare the Dying is just you touch a living creature that has hit 0 hit points,
She
immediately
has-
stabilizing them without requiring a roll.
She has 1 fail and 1 save. So,
Okay, so I guess I'll Spare the Dying her.
okay. She almost permanently died, so.
Oh my god.
You
Ooh.
hit that quickly there.
Yeah, because she won't
Sorry,
be.
guys.
Yeah, she won't be willing to come back. There is no resing her. There is. Are you willing? Nah.
Should I heal her a little bit?
Wait, no, your soul wants to come back, yeah, to be tortured and
Tortured and questioned.
Maybe.
She's
Okay,
stable.
now you're kinda. Okay. She is stable,
now.
yeah. She's stable.
Yeah,
now.
she's stable.
Spare the dying.
Alright. Put the manacles back on her.
Seems they're still in place there on the wall, and when Andraste had walked in, she had just like put her hands kind of under them to make them look like they were still attached. But it appeared she didn't break them to get out. She just slipped her like hands out.
So, they're too big for her.
Tighter.
She succeeded on a dexterity check to escape.
Can
Oh.
you can meld metal, right? You could just like meld them into her arms.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but I feel like in the condition she's in right now, if I did that, she would probably die.
Do you want me to heal her up a little bit?
No, I just kind of feel like instead of sitting outside the room, we need to sit in here with her.
Okay.
And this time,
Somebody
let's put the manacles on behind her instead of in front of her.
That's probably a good idea.
So now on Vaste, and now we'll wait in the room. I guess the rest will go back to sleep.
Is there any way you guys can like make them like a little bit smaller to like tighten them so she can't get out again?
I can't do anything without hurting her.
Okay. There's not like a spell to make them like just like smaller or anything.
You
There
can
is
make an Arcana check. too.
if you're asking on Just Say that I could answer your question.
I was kind of I was like directing that towards Andraste
yeah,
mostly.
sorry. Yeah, I mean, it only lasts a little bit, but I could make her smaller.
No, I mean just like make the like manacles smaller, like tighter around her wrist. Like so she can't get out as easily, at least.
Well, I think a good spell for that I've seen Nell use quite frequently is his hex spell, because I think that gives
I don't know what that one does.
it gives disadvantage on shit, right? I don't remember exactly what it is.
Well, that would be great, but I'm tapped.
Oh damn.
Let me see if I have anything. I don't really have anything. Well, just watch her. Keep an eye on her.
Can someone just dedicate to watching them, to watching
You
her?
can make an Arcana check as well on Vaste if you want to get any ideas about what would make this better.
Can't wait to roll another one.
Oh my god.
Number.
Oh, I got a 20.
You've seen 20? Vio use this many times and think maybe it could be useful here. You could, while she's unconscious and her hands are kind of against the wall, you could stone shape the stone to kind of come up and wrap around her arms a little bit more. When you prepare that, would you want to, sit down, break your spellbook for an hour, but then you can.
Oh dang,
Or stone shape her feet to the ground, maybe.
I think I get that spell too, but I don't have it prepared.
Well,
I think her arms would be better.
And then Winona's gonna step forward and say, like, I think I could come in handy.
Winona did not wake up.
Oh fuck, that's right. My natural one.
Also, Cloud, you still have 4 hours in your sleep that you need.
Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right.
We'll
wake you up if she does this again.
Okay. Cool.
Is she unconscious again?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm gonna cast Dream.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the Arctic. It's gonna be like super icy, and then it's gonna be like a crazy snowstorm. It's gonna be super windy, so the wind feels like it's like just like daggers on her skin. No matter like how much she tries to get warm, it's just gonna be nothing but cold.
Okay.
And bright light everywhere. Fuck her.
Jesus, okay.
God.
Fuck her.
I guess me and Andraste are spending the rest of the night in this fucking room with her. Are you preparing that spell?
Which one?
The one that we literally just got through talking about?
Yes.
He's like, you fucking dumbass.
The stone shaped one?
Yes.
Are you referring? Wait, were you asking me or Andraste?
Andraste, you went back to sleep.
I think Vio was the one with the stone shape.
Vio has stone shape.
No, Cloud also can get stone shape. Is what.
Oh. Oh.
It's also a wizard spell.
Oh.
Well, we can ask Cloud in the morning when he's preparing his spells. I did not prepare it this morning.
I mean,
I think
you
I
would
was
have
there
time
for the.
to prepare your spells. Yeah, Cloud is already asleep. You would have had an hour to prepare the dream at least. So you could have prepared it then.
All right, sweet. All right, I will cast stone shape as well. I want to like.
So much.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
No, it's funny.
No.
No. Y'all are bullying me.
Oh, I think you're bullying yourself.
For daybreak, for everybody to wake up.
I didn't take a break.
I did. Two things before I go down to the cellar. First off, like in Kara's room, is there like is it just like a bed, or is there like a little table or a desk or spot?
There's probably like a nightstand next to the bed.
Yeah. On the nightstand, Kara is gonna leave behind a folded piece of paper. Just leave it right in the open, and then I'm going to go and head to Agatha's room, knock on her door.
Wake up, bitch.
It's like a slow, quiet type of knock.
Agatha's just sitting in there quietly reading a book. Oh, come in.
Slowly and hesitantly, you see Kara open the door and peek her head in. She's like, hi. It's super awkward, too. Like, she's just like, I've never done this before. I've never really talked to her. And she opens the door. Hi.
Oh, Kara, you're back.
Yes,
Is everyone back?
we're all back. We all came back last night.
Oh, well, come in, come in.
She comes in, closes the door. Well, it was something I was going to ask you, but first off, I feel I should not to be the person to like bring up super negative news right when in the morning, but I wanted to, I guess, formally apologize about Zoot. I know like it wasn't something that could have been helped, I guess, but I feel I'm personally responsible knowing that she was so willing to help with the monastery, and she passed while she was with us there, going there. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry because you both were very, very close.
You were responsible for Zoot's death.
I don't. She was more so disintegrated by a wizard, a sorcerer, and I didn't do it. We didn't do it, but I feel responsible for it because we were going to the monastery. You know what I mean? So I feel I should apologize because it's killing me that she's gone.
I know very much how you feel. Did you manage to apprehend her killer?
No. We tried, and he teleported away, and we tried to give chase, but I think Andraste may have means of finding out where he is. But we're gonna make sure to give her a proper burial and funeral. And
well, yes, she came to me. I suppose, just before she moved on. So I knew this, but it doesn't make it.
It doesn't make it
It's
easier.
horrible to think she died in such a horrific way.
I do come over. I do give like awkward kind of like pat on the back, like to try and reassure Agatha, knowing that they were close. Yeah. I was also going to ask. This is kind of hard for me because we never really like talked much, but there's some shit that we're probably gonna deal with first today, but I didn't know if me and you wanted to like hang out, kind of like fresh, clean slate, you know. I I feel like having given you a fair chance, you've just, to be bluntly honest, you give off this really creepy, mysterious, I'm going to take over the world vibe, and I feel I I have given everybody else in the group more of a chance than what I've given to you, so I want to like have a girls' day. We could just get to get to know each other better.
I want to take it. I give off the vibe. I want to take over the world. That's the reason. I mean, I couldn't do it alone. That's why I'm asking for your help in this. But well, we could certainly spend some time together today, and in fact, this is a very opportune time because things are moving quicker than expected. It looks like I'm going to have to take a trip, and I was going to ask if any of you wanted to help me with this.
I mean, right this second. There's a lot. There's a lot of things piling up right now. Let me tell you.
Yes, I can appreciate. I mean, it'll probably be at some point this evening. I'll head off, but we'll go into details later.
Yeah, we can discuss all that with our little hangout. You know, I don't know if you want to go like shopping and hang out at the tower and get a drink and chat and.
Get a drink.
I mean, they do have exceedingly good mead in this town.
They do. I love Komanuo. I can show you all the best spots.
Delightful. When did you want to head off, dear?
Well, I want to go check the others real quick. While at the monastery, the person who pretty much took over my monastery, she's currently here, and we have some interrogating to do.
Oh, and was this person involved in Zoot's passing?
I guess indirectly involved with it, yeah.
Wonderful. I very much look forward to meeting her.
Why are you why are you... Well, because I don't want her taking a shit on my floor.
I'm scared.
Interesting.
I got the giving off the Mama Bear vibes.
Agatha's gonna kill her ass.
Morta is starting to stir slightly.
Okay. But she's like stoned into the wall and she ain't got no clothes and none of her shit no more, so.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Clothes.
Yeah, I took our clothes.
She's naked?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hot.
Did you take her mask off?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta tell me about doing that.
I put it in the thing. I said I didn't want to interrupt what was going on.
What? Oh, I see it there. I was scrolled up, so I didn't see it. As you take her mask off, let me see, double check. So I believe the spiked chain she had was already gone. I assume y'all would have like got rid of that. I don't know if y'all kept that or not.
Nah, I wouldn't have kept that.
So make an investigation check to go over her body as well.
No exploring another woman's body.
Well, I wasn't really trying to see what she had. I was just trying to take everything. Like, just take everything off of her. But sure.
But sure.
10.
10. Okay. You strip off her clothes and accessories. I guess sometimes cutting in some places to get around the stone and arms and everything. Throw it into the corner. The last thing, first thing, I don't know what you took off first. She's a metal mask that's kind of designed as a skull. There's an opening where you can see her eyes through, and where her mouth is, there's just kind of a little slit. It's not really a whole opening for the mouth. As you take it off, you reveal her face underneath, which is filled with holes from the spikes that you now see that were on the inside of the mask. There's about like an inch spread out between each of them, about like about half-inch long metal spikes on the inside of the mask.
Like an Iron Maiden, but just a mask.
Yes. Like even as you take it off, it kind of like is difficult to budge and maybe see her like nod around a little bit.
Metal as fuck.
Yeah, there's a bunch of holes kind of placed around her face, and pretty much her entire face is just covered in blood, as these holes are like just constantly bleeding throughout the day. Some of it is fresh, some of it is just like dried blood and stained and caked on her face.
Oh, fuck. Okay. That's disturbing. I'll throw that in the corner with everything else and keep my distance, because this bitch is crazy.
At this point, I think we would be done with Agatha. I don't remember if we were done with the conversation or not, because
Oh yeah, all happened during the night.
Oh, this was at the night. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, but yeah, no, I didn't know if I was done talking with Agatha. I don't know if I cut off Venus while Mom was disturbing me.
No, I mean, Agatha just said she wants to meet the woman downstairs at some point, and then
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah, we would have just.
Okay, cool. Well, then at that point, I come down to the cellar. I peek my head around. I'm like, how'd it go?
Well, she did wake up at one point, gave us a scare, but we just knocked her out again. Cloud did his thing.
Like,
That's
was
what
it
she's-
bad? Was it? Oh.
You see a naked woman with her face caked in blood and stone kind of wrapped around her arms, holding her to the wall behind her.
Okay.
Arms and legs.
Was the clothes necessary
Yeah. I mean,
to stop her from attacking?
no, to demoralize her.
Okay. Are we gonna try doing this?
At this point, Asta wakes up and walks in. Why is... Oh, God.
Asta, I don't know if you want to see this. Why's your face open? Okay. You can't be saying that stuff when she's awake, by the way.
I mean...
Because then she will take us as a joke, and then we won't get anything out of it.
Via
I
was
agree.
with.
Oh yeah. So Vio's just been getting ready for this. He's never tortured anyone before, apart from in a controversial off whatever the equivalent of Broadway is play. So he's got his hair tied back. He's giving you very Moraine Sedai from Wheel of Time. Right. Are we,
Yeah.
Nudity, is that a required? Anyway,
I just
let
took
me
it.
know
Look,
when you want the spell.
What would be more demoralizing for someone than waking up with all of their stuff gone and not even their clothes, and they can't move? Like, and then look, you can be like the person that comes in and like brings them the blanket. Like, y'all can be the good people, like y'all want to pretend to be.
Well, we
I
should.
also am going to cast non-detection, but use an extended spell, meta magic 2, to extend it to 24 hours.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna let y'all do y'all's thing.
Wait, I
y'all
needed-
wanna get messy.
Oh.
I'll be here.
Extended spell. Double set.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
here to
It'll be
clean up the.
16
I'm here to.
hours, which is still a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it will not be.
Fuck! Y'all gotta give me an hour to plan this, because I forgot to say I was attuning to my ring of truth-telling. So we need an hour! Kara starts flipping wings. What?
I thought I could extend it if I used more points enter.
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I thought it said to a maximum of 24 hours. That's why I assumed.
Yeah, like if something it lasts 20 hours and then you double it, it would only go to 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
But you
That's
can't
fine.
use multiple on the same, so just
That's
double
okay.
it once.
Okay, so give me an hour. Let's not resort to violence yet. Let's see what
Violence is all
with
I know.
yes.
Thank
Let's start with I'm thinking like Vio and Winona and have them with their truth telling spells and persuasion see if they can get her to like spill something. I mean I'd first of all like to know. Yeah, Bella's just like I'd first like to know like why she initially attacked the monastery, and then I think all of us would like to know her involvement with the Chain Devils. So I think that at the end of the day is our goal.
Yeah. I want all of those things, but I also want her to suffer a little bit too. But, our
If it
goals aren't always
if
the
it is
same.
an option at the end, I would like to ask her the animal question, or anyone could ask her. I just want to know the answer.
Yeah, no, of course that we can ask that stuff too.
I'm just here for moral support.
I think you're here to keep her alive.
Nell,
support.
she's part of a group that killed one of our members and almost killed my fiance. I think suffering shouldn't be a problem.
Who said that, View?
Wow.
Suffering shouldn't be an option.
I see you
Why?
in like a whole new light, Via.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is happening with
Anyway,
this group?
How
just
long
a
do you need to
two-step
prepare,
ring
darling? An
car.
hour?
Alright, well, I guess, what do you go sit with your ring and we'll wait for her to wake up?
Yeah, give me an hour and somebody get Winona.
No,
Who's
she's
still
probably
snoring
Lorna.
happily.
just smell for the scotch. That's where she
Smell
is.
for the scotch.
I could
Oh,
go
and
and wake her up if you want. I just don't know where she
Andraste,
is.
did you? I don't know. Like, how am I supposed to inform you guys? Like, if I know she's lying or not?
Do you have any sending stones?
The sending stone only works
Oh,
once,
Don't we?
and I
um,
Did
also
we do
gave mine
that
away.
telepathic bond during that fight? Can we do that?
Oh, would that
we
work?
could do that. Yeah.
That's if you want to.
Yeah, that way that we can minimize the amount of people needing to be in the room, but maximize like the questions that want to be asked.
Yeah. So wait, it goes up to 6 people, right? Cloud,
Yes.
Nell, Vio, Andraste, Winona, me. Boom. Wait, no, Asta.
Hello? Rude ass bitch.
Shit! Cloud, Nell, me, Winona, Vio. Asta? Is Andraste just not? I can't get it to work. You can just imagine Kara doing like she keeps running through everyone's names, but it's still just not adding up.
If we're talking about like people that need to be connected as far as telepathy, like I don't really have. Y'all can handle the questions. I don't need to be involved with any
Okay.
questions.
So then,
Just
Cloud,
let me
Vio.
know, let me know when you want to hurt her.
Okay. Cloud,
mean,
Vio. Do you not want to know? Do you not give a shit?
Well, I guess I'll know. I'm probably not gonna ask anything. I'm just there to keep her alive.
Okay, so then let me. Andraste, Winona, Vio, Kara, Asta. There's one more. Who wants it?
We don't have to fill all the slots.
Okay.
If we don't need
I mean, if you want to fill the slots, Alabos is upstairs.
No. Please just use the spell.
Oh,
Agatha as well.
actually,
Oh,
I
we
have
could,
an
Agatha.
I have an idea actually. If I could suggest, Ingress, one of the hags.
You want one of the hags to be connected? Why a hag?
They might be able to
Help?
offer good questions that maybe we don't know, or maybe can find information. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw ideas around.
You could connect it to a hag. Agatha also said she was interested in this
yeah.
person.
Let's do it then.
Yeah.
Do you need Agatha to be down here for that to happen?
Well, I was going to say Agatha will be standing at the doorway by this point.
Yeah, as long as we're
Whatever
outside the
it does.
door so she doesn't see what we're... Oh, well, I can just use subtle spell to cast it.
Is
So
that
we
the
can all
Okay.
be near
woman?
each other, and I can do it.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go take an hour and also peek back into I don't know if Agatha's still in her room, but I peek back in and I tell her Andraste is gonna keep you in the loop by us having a telepathic bond while we're interrogating her. I don't know if you also have any types of questioning, but if you do, don't kill her.
I have my ways, dear. But so you need to question her for a
We
while.
we need to question her. We can't kill her.
All right, dearest. Well, let me know when I can come in and exercise my talents. In the meantime, breakfast.
Yeah, I think breakfast would actually be really nice. Thank you.
Okay. She like bustles off to the kitchen.
Kara gives a like, oh god, I can't right now. Everyone's like, yes, torture. Kara comes back down after an hour. If we're
I'd like to know Alabos is still in the kitchen.
yeah,
Just
he can
saying.
stay in the kitchen.
Okay, you just hear a slight yelp from Agatha when she goes in.
Let's take a break real quick. 'Cause I have to pee.
Okay.
Oh man, same. Why is she naked?
Think about old school medieval movies that you've seen, like when they wake up in the dungeon, they've always taken all their shit, strip them down to like just their underwear, basically.
I haven't rolled inside in 84 years. Oh, I'm nervous.
So y'all said Cloud is connected?
No,
No?
I think Agatha was the sixth person connected.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Cloud and
So
Nell
talk-
are sitting outside, I guess, until we're like, do it.
Well, if she starts talking in a weird ass language too, I guess come get one of us.
Ah.
How crazy would it be if you like poured that holy water that you still have on those open wounds and they just
Oh.
started sizzling?
Ah. I'm melting. God, I'm sorry, but the fact that even Vio was like, torture. I was like, what the fuck? I literally thought Agatha walked into the room at some point.
Well, she can use Mask of Many Faces. She could just be.
Oh my
just
god.
be playing a real long game.
Yeah,
You don't
Vio's
know
still
what
just getting
whispers.
ready in the room. He's still doing his hair.
You don't know what whispers have gone on behind the scenes.
It's like I could just imagine, like, if it was Agatha the entire time disguised as Vio, I just in combat, she's like, I'd like to use Eldritch, beacon of hope.
All of a sudden, Dio like starts using a lot of water-based spells. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, we're like, alright. We didn't know you could do that.
Turns out they were the same person all the time. I've seen them in the same room at the same time.
It was Agatha all along.
That's why I called her Agatha.
Oh my god.
I just watched that and I was like, yeah, I'm making me a witch.
It's canon.
There's a parody song that Ocean Kelly did called Agatha All Along. And one of the lines is, I think it's something like, bitch, this ain't your pussy dimension, bitch, you have pussy dementia.
Oh my god. Iconic. Girl boss.
Something like that.
I love that.
I think I've seen it. It was called something like Agatha's Cunty Remix, wasn't it?
Yes.
Agatha's Cunty remix.
There's also a Wanda's Cunty Vision parody of the original, the first theme song.
WandaVision, WandaVision.
Wawa vision. Oh my god, it's Wawa.
Oh, the parody is called Agatha's Revenge.
Oh my god, perfect.
Wow, that's fitting.
Yeah,
like-
you said it's your pussy dimension, bitch, you must have pussy dementia. I'm your creator, I am the legend. You're pussy lion, my pussy Simba.
Oh my god.
I like this part of the tower because it looks like a smiley face. It's literally just a smiley face.
Oh my god, it does look like a smiley face. I hate that.
There's a couple. Like, there's this right here. On the top right one.
Yeah.
And then there's this one could be like a surprised face, or if you look at it upside down, it's a smiley face. Then there's a smiley face right here.
This one looks like an upside down, like a surprise face, but his nose is right here going up.
Oh my god.
Ice King.
Yes.
So that's 1, 2, say 4.
If you look at these two little lines right here in the middle, and then the line going under it, it kind of looks like a smiley face.
Which one?
Oh, it
I'm
does.
dead.
Oh my god.
If you look at this one from the side, it looks like a smiley face too.
Okay, everyone.
This one looks really devious.
I think we're all back. Oh my god.
In the hour, while y'all are waiting and getting ready, there's a knock at the front tower of the door. Front
God
tower
damn it,
of the
there's
door.
no-
Front door of the tower.
There's no time! Is there a peephole on the door?
No.
Could you see through the people? Is the
No.
If you were, I will answer your door.
Did you just say owl answer the door?
Yes,
I'm-
I'm an owl. I make the puns.
I won't open the door, but I'll say, who is it?
Shut up. What's her name? I forget her name. Griselda. One of the hags.
Oh, it's one of the...
Zelda!
Oh, I'll open the door.
Open the door!
I open the door. Aren't you in a well, I mean, I don't know if everyone can hear in the basement. The door.
You see one of her eyes has the eye patch over it, so the hag eye. Says, I was watching in and I saw you had an interesting person in the basement.
Yes. We do. What is it that you'd like?
We were wondering if maybe when y'all are done with her, we can have her soul.
I mean, I'll...
It would be there are benefits to this if you would like to know.
I mean, yeah, I'm curious.
Well, it would happen through the process. When she sleeps next, after y'all are done, I would go into her dreams and give her nightmares, and then she would die. And I get the soul in my soul bag, our soul bag, us hags, and we know, y'all want to hide her and keep her away from those other groups. She would not be able to be revived while I held on to the soul.
Okay. Is she... God, this is gonna sound terrible of me, but I kind of want the idea. Was she just in like a neutral state in this process, or does she suffer?
Oh, it would be, yes, it would be quite terrible.
Oh no, my blanket just broke! It's the new one!
Not us all laughing when she.
I know, everyone laughing.
In fact, I mean, if you have any suggestions, we can, shape that nightmare. It would help.
I think my group would be pretty interested in that. Yeah. We'll let you know.
Also, can you ask Winona if she's coming down soon? We did have we were to have a meeting today.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll let her know. She was gonna help us with some interrogating, but I would bet she'd come down right when we're done.
Okay.
No, I don't think they're all the same hags. I think they all do different things, if I remember.
Yes, it's a sea hag, a night hag, and a green hag.
I think the night hag is the one we fought.
Yeah, the night hag is the one we're talking to right now.
Yes, I think the night hag is the one to do.
How hagalicious.
Alright, well then, yeah, I'll send her right out when she's done.
We'll be waiting at our cave.
Okay, thank you. Closes the door. Kara feels a little dirty for asking for suffering. Oh, you're right behind me, hello?
It's Winona, by the way, that's with you, not Andraste.
No, I figured, yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds interesting.
Kara gets a little spooked. Oh, yeah, definitely really interesting. I guess they want to speak to you when you're done.
Yeah, you do remember, Winona, you had a scheduled meeting today with them to try some magic on your mind.
Oh, that's right, okay. Well... Hopefully they won't mind if I'm a little late, because let's try and ask these questions really quick, shall we?
Yeah, I told them that you were doing this, so hopefully they understand, I would think. Okay.
Does Winona try to gamble with the hags? Like play card games with them? Or does Winona not do that?
I don't think I've tried to do that. I'm not saying that I can't do that, but I just haven't.
Is she still not moving? While all this going on?
After like an hour is passing of the ring, she is kind of stirring, kind of slowly opens her eyes and looks around the room, but doesn't really move past that.
I'm just gonna watch her. I'm gonna constantly keep an Eldritch Blast ready just in case. I don't know how strong this bitch is.
And I guess
after she takes in the whole room and like her surroundings, the scenario she's in, she pretty much just keeps her eyes kind of locked on yours when you're in the room.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna take a minute and just like sense for fiends. Does she give off like a fiendish presence?
A slight, yes. It is it's comparable to one of the presences that you thought you felt of the four that were there. Two were chain devils, and then one was comparable with this, and then there was another one that you're not sure about.
I had a suspicion that you just confirmed. Thank you.
Hunter, I missed you.
Oh, I should also say, now that like all of her clothes are on, and this is very open sight, her whole body, those purple veins that were a bit more obvious during the fight, now that all of her clothes are gone, you can still see them, but they're very faint, kind of going over her whole body.
Okay. I think at this point, Kara and Winona come downstairs. We doing this?
We'll be with them.
You just see me at the door with an Eldritch Blast ready.
I give him
Who's being in the
a
room?
satisfied nod.
Okay. Do y'all want the room? Do y'all want
And we're not gonna start with that.
to?
Okay,
Okay.
Jesse is just gonna stay at the door.
Okay. Are you doing the telepathy thing?
I thought I already did that.
Oh, did you really already do that? I'm fucking dead.
I don't remember. At some point, yes.
I think it maybe lasts an hour, so you probably would have done it before it started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because right when the spell goes off, everyone who's connected gets thoughts of the hag, the night hag that was at the door wanting her soul.
Ooh.
Because Kara wouldn't have openly said that aloud.
Everybody gets a flash of Andraste smiling in their head.
Kara gives you a thumbs up. Alright. Vio, Winona, ready?
I am.
Alright.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do it, shall we?
Okay.
Alright. Well, we'll be out here if it needs to go there.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll need to set this. Oh, sorry, you go first.
Well, no, what were you gonna say? I
was just going to say, I'll need to set the stage by creating the zone of truth, if that's all right.
Go for it.
Right.
So now, as y'all walk in, she kind of watches y'all step in. Her facial expression does not change. And as you get ready to do that, she, in an even tone, says, "Oh, it's the good guys. Did you bring that blanket?"
Ooh, she heard that.
Fucking bad.
Maybe if you answer our questions, we will.
I'm sure you get the general gist of what this is regarding, so have you anything to say at first?
No. Just get on with it.
Very good. Let's begin. So, Theo holds his hand out, and you see kind of a circle of swirling glyphs come up under her feet. Right, with honeyed words I cast this circle round about you like a girdle. Speak only truth, from lies refrain, or else be racked with searing pain.
Ooh.
That sounds like a spell Agatha would do.
Vio's changing.
Is that Witcher music?
No, it was from Doctor Who, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
If she's making a
Alright.
save for
I
that,
assume you cast this before y'all walk in, so y'all are not affected.
oh well, yeah.
The silence.
Guys, we're really good at
We
this.
were like, huh?
Yeah,
I
if
think
she.
you've used it before, so you would know.
Okay,
Everybody's affected.
I guess she's making a charisma save, and she could already do that at disadvantage for me, please.
Okay.
Dead for you. I still remember when Warrior was like, I feel so bad asking Hunter to roll at disadvantage. Now look at you! You monster!
With my bonus, I rolled a 16 and a 15. So a 15.
Yeah, don't think they save.
Oh, yes.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So you, she is, you know that she failed. She is not resisting it, and she is aware of the spell.
Okay.
So
Andraste is going to cast Modify Memory using a subtle spell meta magic point. So that way she does not recall the spell being cast.
Ooh.
interesting.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a spicy meatball!
Now, you did this subtly, so
2 more points just got sucked out.
It's so smart, though. I love you.
There will not be a chance to put disadvantage on this.
Yeah, I
It'll just
figured.
be a flat roll.
Yep.
It's cocked. Please. Be cocked. That's a natural 17. And she's a monk, so her wisdom saving throw is pretty good.
Yep.
Unable to do that, but is affected by the zone of truth. That was a good idea.
Okay.
That was gonna be so smart.
I like that.
Yeah. We'll try again tomorrow if this doesn't work. Alright. So, I don't know, I'm assuming I'm the questioner and they're the instigators.
Well, you might want the ones that are making the persuasion checks to be the...
Oh, well yeah, then go ahead.
Who's going ahead? You need to...
Stop!
No,
Winona and Vio, the ones who are trying to persuade her to give me answers!
Right. Okay.
Yeah!
28.
For what?
Yeah.
What?
Persuasion.
You haven't said anything.
We haven't said anything to her!
Oh, I said persuasion check! Sorry!
I said y'all are the ones making the persuasion checks, but y'all are not making one.
Yeah, 'cause
currently,
I-
so you say something that requires it.
Yeah, because I made a comment,
So-
like, about asking questions. Go ahead.
Where did you come from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up and entered into the country y'all are in. On the east. She doesn't, although she can go around the truth. She's making clear statements, so these appear to be the truth.
Mm.
And what was your childhood like?
Terrible. Thank you.
What led you to becoming this?
Was an orphan, dumped by my parents. I found this monastery and I worked well with the practices. It was complimentary to me. So I stayed, and I became the master.
What, so you just attacked it because you could?
Attacked what?
The monastery.
Your monastery?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I thought you were talking. Oh, she was talking about that monastery. Never mind. Take it back.
yeah, she's talking about her original
Gotcha.
monastery.
Gotcha. Sorry, keep going.
How she got there. Which, maybe Kara thinking about this whole situation. The story is very similar to yours.
Yeah, that's what I just realized. The minute she said orphan, yeah,
You're like, oof.
we're one and the
And
same.
what made you decide to seize and take over another monastery?
I guess originally it was curiosity.
I can understand curiosity, but you realize that in doing so, you created an orphan child, just like yourself.
I guess I did. Yes.
And tell me about these involvements with the chain devils. When did they get into the picture?
I would define it as a while ago.
You hear in everybody's heads, this is not working. It's too vague.
I guess Theo's gonna ask more specifically. How long has your group been involved with the Chain Devils?
Well, I lose track of time, but a couple months, I believe.
what kind of things were you guys working together on?
She thinks about this one. Thinks about her answer. How she can put this. What do I want to say now?
I promise you, the more that you tell me now, the easier it will be afterwards.
Okay, you can make a persuasion check to try to shift that one a little bit better.
Oh, I got a natural 20. So that would be like a 20 or a 32.
Our motives were aligned. I took the monastery. That was quite easy. I would have expected them to put up more of a fight, but not exactly.
Kara's eye twitches.
Then Dawn Frightener arrived with a couple of others, introduced me to the teachings of Orsa. And that's really all it took. It was quite wonderful after that.
Can I just insight to see if there's still, like, more in depth? Like, is this I don't know, can the insight read if this is also a broad answer that she's not giving the full truth on? I don't know if insight. Okay.
Where did they teleport away to?
1 second.
Yeah. Hold on, it's advantage. Oh, well, I just rolled the highest I could on that, so 35. Natural 20.
God. You really want to know?
That's definitely still a broad answer. She's definitely, only giving the big picture, not like any specific details about what they were doing.
Yeah. Again, everyone hears too broad.
Yeah.
Winona sighs very heavily, like.
Well, I would assume they went back to Ursa with the rest of us.
And where is that?
Where is that?
It's not here. I'll say that.
At this point, Kara steps forward and gets in her face. I'm trying to think exactly how I wanted to word this. I just I got here, now what do I do? You said you were curious about attacking the monastery. Why did you do it?
Well, if you don't know the teachings of the Way of the Long Death, some would call it an obsession with life, with death, with the threshold between the two. So, we had taken many bandits and experimented on them, learned about the way they died, but it just wasn't enough for me, so I wanted more.
See, it's funny that you've been talking about that deity, the threshold between life and death, because see, one thing we can promise you is you'll never be crossing that one.
She narrows her eyes, almost confused in what you mean. Questions.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, as I am going to ask everybody. Actually, hold on.
Hold on.
Everybody's gonna get a flash of the spell Eye Bite.
I don't know what the fuck that does.
It's gonna make her afraid of me. It's now teetering from nice to mean. So
did you say anything? I just came back.
So do you want me to help? That's going through their head.
Oh, one more thing. Were you experimenting on the wildlife and the animals nearby? What was going on there?
Same as the monks. Some of our monks in particular, it wasn't my focus of interest, but many of them also like to study the threshold of animals and wildlife. So, yeah. One of our experiments.
Serial killers in the making.
Wait, are you doing that
So
wisdom?
what?
Are you doing the wisdom save thing?
If everybody was okay with it, I would like to.
You just hear in your head, "Do you want me to help?" Clearly, she's okay with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to help?
Yeah, Winona's
Okay.
eyes are suddenly just gonna like turn inky black. She's gonna ask again, where is Orsa?
I'm gonna make her roll a disadvantage too.
Yeah. So that's a 13.
She failed.
She's panicked and frightened of you. She is kind of tugging at the stone that is holding her arms. What?
Where's Orsa?
Yeah, where is Orsa?
Yeah, I thought we were going to say something else. I'm not telling you that.
It'd be a lot easier if you just told us now. Things are gonna get real ugly in here.
1 second. I have to think about how to word it with this one of truth.
I wanna say something else too, but like make it flavorful with my divinity.
She, in the kind of panicked state, she is completely isolated. You'll never find her. Wait, what was the next thing somebody wanted to do? No.
Kim was gonna do something for flavor, I think.
So like because she's like affected by the spell, my voice, I want it to be like super like I don't know how to describe it, but like super deep, but like super like magnified at the same time. Like if that makes sense, but like very like terrifying, like bellowy. I will destroy your body and consume your soul. You will never see the sweet release of death. And I will ask for Nell to come in now.
Theo's also gonna, because I'm guessing fear is her primary emotion at the moment. He's gonna use inflamed passions to just intensify that as much as he can. He's just saying, it's not in our nature to be cruel, but you and your associates have killed one of ours and almost killed others.
Cloud as well. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's more flavor-wise. She gets more scared of both of you. But the effects don't really mechanically don't change. But flavor-wise, she is more scared.
Cloud.
I'm just sharpening my.
No, it's the horse from Adventure Time.
Oh my god, taking off the gloves? Oh my god.
No, that's Alipos.
As Alabos.
Oh my god.
the Alabos suddenly comes in and he's like, "Oh, I got this."
As Winona's walking out of the
here
room,
for what?
she just keeps like looking back at her with the inky eyes, just like re-scaring her.
She has her eyes closed now. She's kind of pressed against the wall.
Yeah. Kara, who's still very close to Morta, she goes, "This is your last chance.
Wait,
if you don't,
second, I have a thing.
Damn it!"
Let me check something.
I'm tempted to just like change to my otherworldly form with like these like crazy wings on my back and shit.
So a couple of seconds pass as y'all call to Nell and the others to come in, and as she is kind of very frightened at first and gives that immediate panicked response, she kind of closes her eyes and stillness of mind.
Oh, damn it!
Stops the frightened effect and calms herself.
Yep.
Fucking She's a monk.
Yeah. Do I pick up on this, right? Do I pick up on this?
Yes. Yes.
What is that?
So everyone hears in their mind, it ended.
Not me.
Yeah.
Like, the spell is still going, but she is no longer frightened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, y'all called me and Cloud in the room, so I'm assuming it's,
Yeah. So you hear.
Marta interrupts and says, "Time for violence, I suppose. Fortunately, I'm so demoralized." Looking at them.
I mean, you're gonna have fun.
So Kara is still like close to Morta. Goes, "This is your last chance. You sure you don't want to tell us more?"
Perhaps the gnome would have told you more, but that is not who I am.
Well, then why don't you summon him here?
I mean, it seemed like he wasn't interested in anything like this. The coward ran away. So.
Does she seem upset by that? That she's just abandoned?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 29.
Damn.
It's not so much upset and like a sad or like, oh, I was like left behind, I was abandoned. But in particular, maybe, everybody has their personal beefs in separate parties. They might not have been the closest as far as among the devoted worshippers of Orisa.
Do I sense a hint of anger that he cowardly ran away?
Anger, perhaps, but not surprise. That's his method.
Is it a wish that you'd want him gone?
Well, I guess I should hope he stays around for Orisa.
No.
Are you done
Perhaps y'all were a little bit angry at his getting away as well. Was that frog he spoke about, that was y'all's ally?
This time you hear a more deeper, angrier knell.
I reach into a pouch and I pull out like 5 caltrops, and I'm gonna cast heat metal on them.
I will
And
cast
then-
animate.
I'm going to place all 5 of them in 5 separate of those holes that she has on her face.
Oh, right to it, I suppose.
Can I make, like... God, I'm not gonna know this. Can I try making a check about, like... Chain Devil practices?
That would be a religion check.
Ha! I got none of that.
Oh,
Okay.
I can do that. Can I do that?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't know anything, so then... I think, Andraste, you are linked telepathically, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so then
You
you...
just probably, from Kara's direction, you're just here thinking about chain devils, chain devils, chain devils. Just like blank.
Oh, I got a 19.
That's any response.
No plus. Religion? Oh, I got a 29.
So, you can send over the information that chain devils are sadistic devils that conducted agonizing torture on the souls of mortals. The chains that they wore were used as clothing and weapons, and were typically spiked to constantly pierce themselves as well, similarly to the mask that Ursa wore. Personality of typical chain devils: sadistic and cruel, and gain great pleasure from inflicting pain. Their love of torture makes them easy to work with for any entity willing to let them indulge in the brutality.
Okay. So then knowing that, like watching Nell begin to do what he did with the cow chops, can I see, is she just enjoying it, or does she feel some sort of pain?
I think there's pain in her expression, and like she just like kind of like hiss as it burns. But also through the pain, everybody that's watching can see the slight smile appear through the pain on her face.
Mm.
So,
go ahead.
you must be the nice ones to come and enact such pleasures on me. Thank you.
Well, don't worry, it's going to be a two-way street. I'll get as much pleasure out of it as you, apparently.
Yeah. Kara tugs at Nell so then he can go down to her level, and she whispers in her ear, whispers into his ear, "You're going to have to do your max best to do this right."
Oh, I thought you were done with her.
Oh, I'm whispering to you. I'm telling you, you have to torture her to all fuck for this to actually work.
Alright.
And then everyone else kind of starts thinking of Kara, who's already trying to think of other ways of getting her to talk without torture.
With the pain, she is feeling heat metal. She didn't have many hit points to start with, so she's still pretty low after the rest. So, if you do too much, I just make her pass out again.
Okay. Well, then Cloud's gonna have to come in and heal her, and then you have to keep doing the process. That's how it's gonna have to go.
Okay, well, I'll stop. Cloud, can you, I guess, heal her?
Just like a little bit of healing. She doesn't need to spare the dying.
No, not a little bit of healing.
No, she needs a good amount of healing, because y'all are gonna be healing her up, bringing her down, healing her up, bringing her down.
Okay. Okay.
Kara thinks about to the others. This might take a bit. Do we go? Nobody wants to leave. Wow.
Everybody wants to watch.
Is everyone gonna watch?
I mean, what if
Like Mortar starts spilling the beans while in torture?
She's smart enough to know. This is when I'm talking that
You want to talk out loud?
Yeah. She's smart enough to know that we've never planned. She's smart enough to know that we're never going to let her go. So she's going to need some sort of
incentive,
leverage to give us the information that she wants. Isn't that right, Morta?
Well, in all fairness, I don't mind telling you, through my dreams outside of the Arctic wasteland, Ursa let me know my mission was fulfilled, so whenever you're ready, I am as well.
So, like, pretty much reading her, she's got literally nothing to live for.
Yeah.
Does it look like she could be...
To you, reading, make an insight check. So we can see a big number for fun.
I hit my max roll again, so 35.
Yeah, you get the understanding, like, this is like, you know, she was a Way of the Long Death monk first, but this devotion is incredibly deep. It's just, you know, constantly referring back to it. It appears to be on her mind most of the time.
So, like, I mean, I don't know if I can read this, but, like, does it look like there is any way of, not in the torture way, but, like, to persuade her to feel slightly different, to give more information?
wouldn't be able to read that in an
can't read that.
insight, but I think just in the process, maybe pain might not be the best method.
Yeah.
I don't know if this would be useful, but I have something in my divinity that like could cause her to reduce her wisdom. I don't know, like we could get her wisdom down and then like do something else with like cause fear, like other wisdom related.
I do like that wisdom
Shit,
thing.
I was about
Pretty
to.
cool, but I don't know how many times a day she can do that like monk thing where she just isn't afraid anymore.
I think you could just do it unwillingly. You could just keep doing it.
How much did you heal for?
Okay, well I didn't get a chance to say. I guess I'll do a cure wounds on her at like I should probably do it like level like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I'll do it at 4th level. So
48.
48 plus.
Did somebody say that she was fiendish?
No, she had a demonic presence, so.
Yeah, so.
She slightly reads as a demon on Nell's Detect Demons ability.
She gets 17 hit points.
Andraste is gonna pull out his flask of holy water and pour some on her.
Okay, 1 second.
Whenever that is allowed.
How much healing did you say it was?
17.
Oh, I forget that I have a footrest all the time.
Y'all reacting to the holy water, it does slightly hiss, and steam comes up as it burns your skin.
Yeah, so we can't do, just to, like, for everyone to know, we can't do charm effects or frightened effects, because monks can just get rid of that anytime. That is just the thing they have.
If she, like, how does the ability work? If we keep her from close to her eyes, does that work?
All right. Well,
No, that doesn't. It doesn't work like that. Yeah.
That was just flavor.
There's no way to combat
talking,
that.
Nell is just gonna cut off one of her ears with a dagger.
Oh
my god.
She did scream. She is taking pain, you know. She's not, like, just completely immune to the feelings of the pain.
Yeah,
it's part of her worship to feel pain.
I don't know if anyone would be paying attention to her, but for a moment, like, Kara is intensely watching it, and then something hits her, and she just kind of, like, shakes her head and looks away.
Oop.
I wonder if I have a better idea, but I don't know exactly how to word it.
Somebody needs to tell me what I'm doing soon, because I just came in here to have some fun, and y'all slowing me down.
Well, I thought we were doing this, and now I'm, like, hesitating, because I don't think it's gonna work. She thinks, do we let him try first?
Let who try first?
Let Nell try torture first. And Kara thinks like I don't think it's gonna work though.
Vio's gonna just think just let me step out and clear my head for a second, and Agatha's gonna come in his place.
Oh shit. Yeah, because Agatha is connected. She's been hearing all the thoughts going through everyone's heads.
Alright. All they are just staring at each other. What's
Agatha?
Well, there's diverse ways in which one can inflict pain. Vio, darling, you could. I'm sure there's all kinds of emotional trauma you could inflict, but he stepped out. All right. So, let's crack on. So she walks up. Oh dear, Agatha. Let's see. Oh dear, that ear. Oh, this is going to get much worse before it gets better. And there are limits to the pleasure found in pain. First of all, let's just tip your head back, and she's going to use create water to pour water directly down her throat.
Oh my god.
He like begins coughing and kind of choking on some of it, as some of the blood that is also on her face kind of washes away.
While that's going on, since nobody is giving me any directives, I'm assuming I'm just allowed to go full on in. I'm gonna take this potion of Frost Giant Strength that I've been holding on to for a hot minute.
Oh.
So it gives me 23 strength for an hour.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And after she gets through coughing or whatever she gets through doing, I'm just gonna go full on like boxer into the ribs, like just.
Oh my god.
So Agatha does the create water, and she's like starts choking and kind of being leaned back and everything, and then you go for the punch. I mean, it definitely hits because she can't really fight it or anything, but you punch her in the ribs, and she comes up coughing. More of the water is just coming up now. You can roll a 1d4 plus 6.
That's a 4, so 10.
Oh.
She now looks pretty bloodied again.
Agatha's eyes are kind of lighting up. In the center, dear. Break her sternum.
Everyone in the room for a moment watches Kara take a step forward, and then suddenly gets pale and runs out the room.
Theo's gonna walk after her.
Also, wanted to ask, when Winona finished her part of the interrogation, is she going to the hags now or after all of it is done?
I suppose she could go now.
Well, we can. I had something written for that, so camera can go away as Winona has gone to the Hag's Cave, and then we can start the next session with more of the fun torture and the Kara and Leo scene.
Okay, sure.
This session went too quick! God damn it!
So, you come to the Hag's Cave. Two of them, or I guess... Yeah, the two that aren't the Night Hag are outside. There's a large clearing next to the cave where they have set a large stump to be used as a stool in the middle. And around the edges of it, there are many candles that one of them is lighting, one by one.
Hello, Agnes. Samira.
Hello. And incense is also being lit, kind of filling the area around the forest with smoke. We should be able to begin soon if you would just like to have a seat.
Oh, alright.
This may get a little shocking, but you'll be fine at the end of it. Just,
Will you?
keep your eyes peeled. There'll be a lot going through, so make sure you get as much as you can.
Oh, okay.
You sit down. They bring out a old, tattered kind of rag and place it over your head. You kind of under the rag, you can see their footsteps, their feet as they walk around you in a circle, waving branches that are like, it's like a bunches of branches and wildflowers and herbs. And they begin to chant, "Clear the barrier, cleanse the filth, clear her interior, aid her health. Chaos curses her soul and return her control." And then, they actually, to be clear, said all of that in Sylvan. But I think, does Winona know Sylvan? I thought she did because of the Feywild connection.
I think so.
Yeah. So as one of the night hag continues to repeat this verse, the others continue chanting "Sedilune Wardaus," and the incense begins to swirl from around the ring and kind of get sucked up around Winona, creating 5 rings of smoke, which kind of turns silver a little bit. And a column of light, kind of just white light, comes down on you. Just visually, like everything in that circle is just like bleached. So like looking down at your hands, everything just looks like stark white. Your clothes just all look white. And your eyes are a bit blinded. The hags kind of get jolted as the light comes down. You can hear their clothes whipping around them. And the light continues to grow, and towards the end of it, this blast of force kind of comes from you, centers on you, and blasts towards the hags. They begin to get knocked away, and then your vision just goes to completely white before that happens, and they kind of freeze. As the blinding passes, these vivid flashes of color start to appear, and they begin to shape themselves into, first showing you just kind of see the woman standing with colors behind her. She has her hair is black, but it's kind of purple tinted, and pulled up and back, like the same hairstyle as the stepmother in Cinderella, like the original cartoon.
Yeah.
Similar in features to the one who attacked you, but not the same. Before you can really see her actions or surroundings, you see another image of a young girl with purple hair and a mess around her face. And she is huddled on her bed with the curtains completely drawn, just thin beams of light shining through, able to see dust kind of floating through the air of the room. She's hiding her face in her knees, but there's a knock at her door, and she loosens her arms and looks up, almost like at your perspective, looking where you're looking from. But then that image ends, and then you see a young man wearing tattered clothing and holding a wooden staff with a shoddily tied crystal to one end. He's standing on a path in the middle of a forest with the silhouette of a large manor able to be seen through trees in the distance. The boy reaches down to a bush where you're able to see the same young girl from the second image, although slightly older, attempting to hide. He says, "You can come out. I won't say anything if you don't." Or I won't say anything if you don't. Different emphasis. And then that image melts away again to show another. The girl, now more of a young adult, sits in front of a fire, and she has a purple flower placed behind her ear. The boy, also older, has his hair braided behind him and a scraggly beard that's just starting to grow. The two are laughing, and the girl is trying to hold a hand over her mouth to not make too much noise, kind of even shutting her eyes, and as hard as she's laughing. The boy's laughter, as you're able to watch from the outside, the boy's laughter is lighter, and he looks up sadly at the girl. while her eyes are closed. Shh, quiet down. I brought a surprise with me. And your perspective shifts to follow him as he walks to a separate stump, taking a bottle and 2 cups out, facing away from the girl. He wipes at tears starting to form around his eyes and turns around holding them up. Drinks. And he begins to fill the 2 cups in front of the girl. The girl puts the cup up to her mouth and then stops herself and the boy from drinking. He kind of jumps a little bit and says, "Wait, we have to cheers to leaving this place and finding something better." He shakes it off and follows her cheers, slowly sipping his cup and watching the girl gulp down hers. He closes his eyes as she begins to fall backwards, going unconscious. But then another image appears. Everything goes back to the blinding white, and it, or not. Oh, but as another image begins to show, everything goes back to that blinding white, stopping stopping you from being able to see the vision. And you feel like a ram is kind of knocking you in the chest. As the light fades, you and the hags are knocked to the ground, with one of them starting to stand back up. This is much more than I'd previously thought. There was something else there, but attempting to peer at that. Whatever was part of it, didn't want anyone to see it. There was something, a signature, kind of like a calling card. Would you like the good news or bad news first?
Give me the good news first.
Good news. Your original memory can be cleared with time or returned with time. Bad news. We won't be able to reveal whatever that memory was, and we have no way of healing this curse on you, this wild magic. Worse news. The signature holds the same name as the Prince of Fools in the Feywild. A very deceptive and mysterious Fey Lord. And then we can end the session there.
Oh shit. Today went too quick.
I just felt like it went too quick because it was just a lot of
It was a lot of roleplay, but at the same time I feel like we still got nowhere.
Did you understand what was happening in the visions you were seeing?
Me?
Yes. Or do you want more clarification?
I think I understand that
We got like a Romeo and Juliet vibe.
Yeah, so the first image...
Don't even think about it, it made me sad, I cried.
The first image looked like the woman that attacked you, but wasn't her. That was perhaps a relative, perhaps a sister of the one that attacked you. And then you saw the girl sitting on the bed alone. Was Winona as a young girl. Yeah. And then
the boy was the druid.
Boy was a druid who found Winona, and then that's how they met. And then you saw him give her a drink that caused her to pass out. And then it ended.
He drugged her.
Crisscross.
But he was crying while he was doing it.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
Crisscross.
Cut the cameras. No, yeah, when you were